on a journey that will blow your mind. We're going back to a time when accounting was done with, well, sand.
Do we have your attention? Good. Get started at udemy.com.
Ranking him and Timotino turning around, getting the 3K. What an insane round by Timotino.
Chronicle coming in to save the day. There wasn't much time left. Everybody rushing on in. Mud up first, already spots a player in towards boat, but Yampi and Dirk are doing really insane damage. That's a stinger triple. Yampi's done way too much.
The flank around. Oh, he's left on 10 HP. That should be the end of Leaf, and it will be off now to try to take down three. Hold on! A second nade now to work with, and he spotted the final player. A single shot from this operator could seal this round. Barry XLG deep beneath the victory after victory from this defense. G2, they just can't seem to put a foot wrong. Heretics could already have the B side. They could have walked through that utility. They could have taken A with ease, and instead they stood and waited. Rien's again, dealing death and dishing it out at plenty. All gamers.
Oh my god.
The smoke in to make it uncomfortable, but the dog clears everything behind it. Flashback out could come through though. Look at this sneaky little position from Mazzino. A triple again. MIBR strike from the shadows, and all gamers can't quite adjust.
Their bolt turned away from Francis, instantaneous with that headshot. Now the spike on the floor. Francis claiming another three. 15 seconds remaining. The reveal is there, and Francis gets the thrifty. Unbelievable.
Tex, the man who's been a problem. Look at his position. Look at the plant. He has to be quick moving to site. They're going to see him very early on. He'll cut off the first head of the Hydra, but plenty more remain. Tex, a chance in the 1 versus 1. Has his cam, but look for the fight, and he wins it. Tex delivers MIBR to 12 with a huge clutch.
Might be Martin's turn to make it work for them. Bitbo on the front lines, or is making things difficult. Very much difficult. 4 kills of Bitbo.
It won't work. Not with sign. Oh my god, he is. He's trying it. He's gonna try it.
Wait, he might get it.
He could have time here. I think he's got time, and no one's close by enough. It's gonna be a spam from Sign. Has he got it? It's so close! No way! Lover's Rock steals the round away!
That was your STC Rewind. That was all the action from the group stages, and the perfect handoff here by Mitch and Tom. It was that BBL roster popping off and securing their spot against the reigning title defenders you just saw on your screen. It is our first matchup, an all EMEA affair, BBL versus Team Heretics.
Yeah, this one's going to be absolutely insane. I feel like, too, the crowd is going to be here for a good show because these players and these teams, they've played each other a lot, and I'm looking to see how it plays out.
Yeah, they'll be familiar with each other. They battle it out all the time over in EMEA, so no secrets here. Everybody knows what's going on, but these are high-powered, high-fragging teams from Europe, so it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah, and it leads us to our Crunchyroll story of the day. It is the 2 MVP candidates going head-to-head. Last year's winner in Woot for Team Heretics, and this year's by far leader, LaRock for BBL.
I love this story so much because these two players are so similar. Like, when Woot first broke into the scene, he was very, very young, Turkish player, joining a big squad and made his name real here at EWC, winning that MVP. He was fantastic the whole tournament. Now we see LaRock come in, young player, rookie year in the franchise, also from Turkey, trying to battle it out and take this MVP off of him.
Yeah, and I feel like when we're looking at the stats here, they're both performing really well. But of course, 258 ACS. He was that 3rd place MVP, or at least 3rd place within the ACS, based on the leaderboard so far for EWC. So the performance is still there. But of course, the duelist role, both of them doing a phenomenal job.
Yeah, the thing about that is that you love 258 ACS. Yeah. LaRock, the only player here from the group stages that has had over what, 300, over
Insane.
300 ACS. He leads the tournament so far and has to be the tournament favorite here.
Actually insane.
I mean, look, this is no easy feat. The numbers that this kid putting up is astronomical. I mean, I still remember that split game against EDG. He drops 30 in like a 13-3 win. What he's doing, it's not normal, people. He's putting up a generational performance here. I think BBL have a tough game in store for them today, but if there's one man who's going to get them through it, it's LaRock.
Yeah, and the big thing to remember is the fact that he's done it over more rounds because of the journey that they had to take to get here as the lower seed. So let's welcome in BBL, the roster here for this squad, and the journey that they've taken to get here, because remember, this is a different team than last year. They completely revamped the roster from 2025.
Yeah, the story of these young players is incredible. They battle it out through Ascension together, and they look so strong there. They move up to the VCT, to that tier 1 level, bought out by BBL, and you just see them make a name for themselves, instantly dominating over in kickoff, going to Santiago, having a huge performance there. Yes, we saw a little dip from them, but it feels like they're recovering here at EWC. Great in the qualifiers, and now fantastic in the group stage.
I think the most insane part too is in the middle of Ascension, they actually had their former players step down, and they found Lovers Rock to come in and take that role of controller and just set the team up for success. And since then, they've been doing phenomenally, so I think it's really nice to see.
Yeah, one of the stories that we got to hear from them is about the trust that they're putting into Rose, their IGL, to get things done. And I feel like we're getting the opportunity to watch this team grow right before our eyes. It is going to be such a great matchup between these squads. And if there's one player that stands out other than LaRock, because we ran his stats, we showed you how impressive it was, who jumps out at you here big time?
I mean, I think I definitely like Lovers Rock a lot. I think if there's one player that I think will be key to the success of BBL, it will be him. We see him a lot on that Neon, playing with the operator. There are a lot of incredibly strong oppers left in this tournament. For me, if he's able to find that consistency, that's how BBL unlock that next level and possibly contend for that title.
That's actually crazy, because I was going to say the same thing. But for me, I also feel like so far this tournament, he's been fragging out, but not to the point that we've seen him previously. He's been struggling just a tiny bit. And so I'm kind of interested to see where they go with that. And his performance on KO2, on Breeze, has been phenomenal. They switched him over to Neon, so I want to see how it plays out.
All right, well, BBL not only have their opponents in the server, in the reigning title defenders in Team Heretics, they also have the super fans that are here. Let's send it on over to that piece with them.
What's up, everybody? It's Puckett out here on the EWC floor, and I've found some Heretics super fans. These are global super fans who have all collected in Paris. Where are you from?
I'm from New York, USA. I'm from Tijuana, Mexico.
Shanghai, China.
Hangzhou, China.
From Colombia.
And how did you all become Heretics fans? I want to start with you. Do you have a favorite player? Benji Fishy. What about you?
Mini Boo, but he's left.
Okay, he's gone. But the Heretics, of course, returning champions. Expectations this week?
I think we're gonna smash all teams.
And of course, we're going to see them take the stage. What's the final score today? They're playing a best of 3.
I think it's gonna be a quick 2-0.
2-0. That is the claim from the Heretics super fans. Time to get in the games.
Thank you so much, Puckett. And you love the fact that fans are from all over the world for these squads. Despite being an EMEA team, the impact they feel is global. And speaking of global, standing by right now with us is one of the streamers formerly of Team Heretics, co-streaming live from the event. It's Mixwell. Mixwell, welcome, brother. How are things going over there?
Thank you so much. It's looking incredible, to be honest. I wasn't expecting it to be so big. It's so huge, and I'm hyped because Team Heretics is playing first. Let's see what happens.
Awesome. Well, I have a really easy question to start us off. You've obviously previously been a CS player. You've also been that Valorant player. Which tournament are you looking forward to watching most here at EWC?
I'm looking forward to both, but I think I am looking forward to Valorant more, to be honest.
Why, can I ask?
Just because ex-teammates are playing with Heretics right now, so I'm cheering for them. And I want to see them compete and win, if possible, for 2 years in a row.
Yeah, that makes sense. Look, I have to ask you, obviously you're going to be supporting Heretics all the way, friends there, an organization you represented, but who do you want to play in the final? If you are at that final matchup to lift that trophy there, who is it that you want on the other side?
I think I would like to play against Team Vitality because they played against each other in the finals of VCT EMEA. I think Vitality is stronger at the moment, to be honest. I think they are probably the strongest team in the EMEA. And also I want to support my region, so if they play against each other, I would be happy no matter what.
Mixwell, you have had success streaming, you've had success playing. Which one feels better? Is it the success on stage after a match, or how great your co-streaming career has been?
It's 100% playing. There's no question about it.
Yeah, big time knows as well. Both of y'all know from your competing days, something about competition always makes it feel so great. Mixwell, thank you so much, brother, and really enjoyed your co-stream today.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Mixwell. And, you know, if you want to get in on the action, we've got you covered here at EWC. You can head on over to the EWC website and do the pick'ems. And we have the pick'ems here live, ready to go. Let me see if this works. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Technology, baby. Technologia. Let's get into it and make some of these picks. We'll start with Gentlemates versus NRG. The matches are starting a little soon, so we got to go ahead and go through these picks. So, Big Time, you're going to pick it because you're not affiliated with any of those regions.
No bias from me, but I got to go with Gentlemates. This is a home field advantage for them. The crowd will go crazy, and I love the Valorant they've been playing.
That's messed up. What's the scoreline, though?
2-1. It's close.
2-1.
All right, 2-1. Locked on in. Let's move on down to Vitality and Nongshim Red Force. Since you're not part of Pacific, we'll give that one to you.
I'm not part of either of these teams, either of these regions. I'm going to go 2-0 for Vitality. I love Nongshim, but I just think Vitality are so good right now. Hey!
That's crazy.
This is for the NRG hate.
I respect it.
I think for me, given the fact that 100 Thieves and MIBR is such a stacked roster, but 100 Thieves is that team full of potential. I want an underdog story. I'm going to go ahead and lock in 100 Thieves in a tough 2-1 victory here over MIBR.
I like that.
I see it.
Which then leads us to our final match, Team Heretics. Whoa!
Whoa!
We'll get back to it here in a second.
So Team Heretics versus BBL.
Team Heretics BBL.
You go first.
No. You go first, please.
Okay. I'm taking BBL. Young Turkish squad. Exciting. I think there's an upset day one. I think the title holders will get their key crushed here today.
Just so you know, they've played each other 5 times last year. Yes, it's different rosters, but Team Heretics won 4 out of the 5 times.
It's not about that.
I'm picking Team Heretics, so you gotta be the tiebreaker here. 2-1 for me.
I hope both teams have fun. As it's time to get ourselves into Map Veto, let's send it on over to our comp ops for that.
Will have the privilege to choose whether they want to be Team A or Team B. Team B. BBL is Team A, Team Heretics Team B. So you have the
okay. We ban Fracture.
Fracture.
Ban Split.
Ban Split.
We pick Breeze.
Big Breeze.
Defense.
Defense. And now
We pick Lotus.
Lotus. Side.
Side?
Yeah, side for the Lotus.
We pick Attack.
We pick Attack. And ban.
What we left?
You have Sunset, Haven, and Ascent.
Okay. We ban Haven.
Haven. So it's whether Ascent or Sunset.
Ban Ascent.
Ban Ascent. So we have Decider as Sunset, and you have a right to choose the side for the
Defense on Sunset.
defense and Sunset. Okay. All good?
Yep.
Perfect. Signature. Thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Breeze, Lotus, and Sunset are the maps for our first knockout match. Our analysts react.
Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense. The Fracture ban coming in from BBL, that's Team Heretics' best map, 80% win rate on that right now. And then going into the split ban, I think also makes a little bit of sense. But that first pick of Breeze for BBL, both these teams pretty 50-50 on their win rate on that.
Yeah, I think that will be interesting. For me, it's all about that Lotus. It was Heretics who choose to take it, but we've seen BBL play this a fair few times now in the tournament. And my goodness, do they have the reps. A lot of rounds, a lot of OTs. I think Lotus will be an absolute banger.
I also think Sunset's going to be kind of a question mark. We haven't seen Team Heretics Sunset yet. And I think for BBL, they've played it once. They've won it once. So this will be the real big question mark and makes sense why it's that third map.
I mean, Heretics Sunset was so cool back when they were able to really hold their own internationally. Cast your mind back to Shanghai. They really defined that map. So as a map 3, that's incredible.
Again, we've seen a lot of map picks go awry as well in this tournament. Teams have been getting the upset, but then not able to close it on out, and it forces that map number 3. In our first match of the knockouts, we have the all EMEA affair. It is the firing guns of BBL up against the reigning title defenders, the only champions here of Valorant. It is Team Heretics versus BBL, as we will have that in just a second for you. As you can see, the Gentlemates fans are coming on in, and they've been fantastic. I am so happy that we have them all here providing the excitement.
We literally we had to let them walk by. We got to hear those drums going crazy. It's actually crazy. We heard that they were banging on the doors earlier when the doors weren't open yet, trying to get in, which is wild.
I mean, I think the atmosphere is going to be insane. We are here in Paris, 2 French organizations playing the day. Will that home field advantage come in? That is, of course, a big question here.
Yeah, and again, the big storyline of 5 of the EMEA teams, 4 of them made it on in. With the Americas, there was 3 of them on in, and Pacific, only that lone one. It was Nongshim Red Force. They will wait until tomorrow. I'm just excited to see the regionality here finally step up. EMEA waiting for that opportunity to get one on the big stage. This is their chance to do so. This is what they did last year through Team Heretics and had both teams in the finals.
I mean, exactly. Throughout the VCT, especially recently, EMEA has struggled, but cast your mind back to EWC last year. It was an all EMEA final. This feels like a tournament that they really have a hold of, and it was exactly that way in the group stage. Where will they be able to place, though? That's the question. It's one thing to qualify. It's another thing to lift up that trophy.
Yeah, and for me, when I'm looking at a team like BBL, I know how hungry they are for that win. They've been doing a phenomenal job with the firepower, with the confidence when it comes to playing on stage. And for me, I'm really looking at them to finally upset Team Heretics. They've done it once before in EMEA, but that last time that they played them, they did lose another 2-0 or 2-1, I think. So I'm really interested to see what they could do today, or at least switch some things up to kind of play into the way that Team Heretics play.
I mean, that's the thing for me, is I feel like this squad is at their best when they're the underdogs. There's no bigger underdog than playing the title defender in the very, very opening game here on the big stage. This is exactly why BBL like it.
Especially given the fact that it was a 2-0 for Team Heretics, so they're continuing on that legacy that they created last year into this year. And with BBL, you saw the firepower early. You saw how good they could be, and they've been doing that with multiple pistons not working at the same time. Imagine what it's going to be like when they get all 5 players firing at the same time here.
Yeah, this is actually the exact matchup last year that catapulted Team Heretics to win EWC. Quarterfinals versus BBL, it was 2-0 like you said, but of course that firepower is going to be the most important part. I think too, this team has done a really good job in terms of confidence, and I think as well, in terms of changing up their comps, they've done some sort of changes. They haven't stuck directly to that double duelist the whole time, but I really think that's where they thrive, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of that today.
When we speak about confidence, there's no bigger team in my mind than BBL. We heard it in the group stage. You see them stand up, you see them shout, but now they're on a big stage. Now there's a crowd. I think if there's one team, especially a non-French team, that will benefit from a big environment, it's the BBL guys. They know how to work a crowd. They know how to play up to it. It's going to be electric.
Now, it looks like we're going to take a little bit more time to get things ready on stage. Let's set up our second matchup here. It is Gentlemates versus NRG, the reigning world champions. And it's going to be an away game here for NRG, given the fact that we just saw all the fans join on in here from the mates, the super fans coming on in.
Yeah.
Apparently, they had been banging the drums and doing the chants for about an hour and a half before the venue even opened. That doesn't even mean the STC Arena, like the complete venue here in Paris.
Yeah, but here's the thing about NRG.
All right.
They've talked about how they love to hear the boos from the other side of the stage. They thrive on that. They love the chaos of it. And the thing is, NRG, I mean, they're our previous world champions. When you're looking at them, I don't think the crowd is going to be that big of a difference for them in their decisions, in their confidence making. So I'm really looking forward to that match because, again, Gentlemates, man, they're thriving off of the regional matchup.
They are. It'll be great to see the hometown power against the team that loves to play the rival. But it sounds like we are now ready to go onto the stage for the opening ceremony of the knockouts here at Valorant. It is the reigning title defenders, Team BBL Esports. Let's send it on over to the stage.
100% focus the moment in the present.
Sometimes we'll make sure to destroy in game. This life can get rough. We found ourselves again. You get knocked down, but you gotta get up.
Heretics!
Keep going.
They have crushed the...
Super interesting to play in front of French fans, especially the ones that will be on our side 100%.
This is the moment I was waiting for the last 2 years.
Capture the moment, rise to the occasion. We're just going to give it our all.
Pac said that I gotta keep my head.
Mesdames et messieurs, Quel plaisir, quel honneur pour moi de vous retrouver ici à Paris, à la maison, pour célébrer l'e-sport ensemble. Quel plaisir d'être ici avec vous. Évidemment, ladies and gentlemen, what an honor, what a pleasure for me to be here with you guys here. Welcome you at home for me and soon to be yours in Paris for the third edition of Esports World Cup 2026. And what a better way to start things off with the best game ever. I may be biased here, but we're going to start things with Valorant. And to help me host this tournament, I'm not going to be alone, but in great, great company.
Bonjour Paris, comment ça va tout le monde? The Esports World Cup has landed in the city of love. But over the next 7 weeks, love will have to share that spotlight with rivalry, intense competition, and of course, heartbreak. Welcome to the STC Arena, where, as Lou said, we are starting things off in phenomenal fashion with some Valorant. Lou, how are you doing?
Good, good. Toi, ça va?
Ça va bien, et toi?
Wow, we have some French here. Magnifique. Thank
oui.
you, Ian. Of course, I'm good as well. And can we just start by taking a look at this insane trophy?
I never get bored of seeing this beautiful piece of silverware. All of our 8 teams want to, of course, get their hands on it. And the lion's share of that humongous prize pool, $2 million up for grabs. And of course, they all want to get off to the perfect start so this can secure their organization some club championship points.
And what is also interesting about this trophy is that you get to have your team key in the middle of it after crushing each of your opponent's key match after match. And I must be honest, I'm very excited for this.
You're going to love it. Trust me. We love crushing keys here, crushing dreams, taking it to a whole new level. But let's bring out the teams.
I think it's time. Venu pour les joyaux de la couronne ou peut-être le trophée de l'EWC, ce sont les 100 Thieves! Notre première team sont des brigands venus d'Amérique.
Welcome, MIBR! Big names, bigger aim, and a roster that only needs one opening to take control.
Un club de FPS, de légende, inscrit au patrimoine historique de l'e-sport français. C'est Team Vitality! One of the best French orgs ever.
Big reaction, as expected too. Let's now welcome Nongshim Red Force. Korea's last hope walks into the playoffs with proof, pride, and nothing to fear.
Ramener la coupe à la maison sera leur slogan sur cette scène. Ils sont chez eux. Ce sont les Gentle Knights.
Big reaction there, as you might have expected.
The crowd's favorites.
Let's now welcome NRG. They have been pushed, tested, and dragged through pressure, and they are still standing. Some boos in the crowds, but NRG are unfazed.
Young Turkish blood, talent, and trash talk. These are BBL. 5 jeunes pépites turcs, spécialistes du banter comme les Gentlemates le savent. Un name qui n'est plus à présenter, et ils viennent pour le trophée de l'EWC.
And finally, your title defenders, Team Heretics! The crown is still theirs. The target is on their backs. Team Heretics return to defend what everyone else came here to take from them.
S'il y a bien une équipe à faire tomber, c'est eux, les piliers, les rois de Valorant à l'EWC, Team Heretics.
The teams are ready.
Welcome
to the Esports World Cup. Faites du bruit!
excited. I honestly don't feel any pressure. I don't connect it that like we were the last champions and we're gonna play again. So I just play. Hopefully we can do really good again as a team. We trust each other. We go a lot of like ups and downs, especially last Masters. We didn't do well. That's our strength, kinda. We can fix stuff quickly. Coming into this tournament, we did really well, I think. Winning 2 more games, gaining the momentum. The scrims are going even better now, you know.
We're not gonna play like we get pressure, but yeah, I think we have pressure. It's gonna be a tough game against Heretics. We just need to focus on their default. Yeah, I think we learn a lot. We didn't play against crowd in here, but I think we get so much experience on first Masters. We'll see.
I mean, I'm really confident and I trust my teammates, I trust myself. I don't think there will be any game easy, and I think Larok is having an insane tournament, honestly. It doesn't matter how good he is, we will not let him shine, you know? BBL, I want you to be scared of us.
We want to leave trophy so much. This is gonna be first international trophy for us. We're really excited for that. I think we're gonna win it.
Here we go. A roaring French crowd behind us. We are ready. Just about to hop into the action. Heretics looking to defend their title as we kick off this single elimination playoff bracket. And their opponent, a very familiar one in BBL.
Absolutely a regional rivalry to kick things off. Defending champions versus this young upstart Turkish team that has shown that they have tremendous amounts of firepower, a lot of trash talk that they're willing to throw across the stage, but they can back it up. They have been really good so far, and they're looking to get a little revenge for the last time that they faced Heretics in EMEA.
Let's see if they're going to be able to do just that. Heard from Rienzo saying he wants them to be scared. He wants to strike fear into the hearts of these young bloods.
I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's possible. This is the most confident team I've ever talked to behind the scenes.
Very much so. And I know that they are also just chomping at the bit, trying to get themselves into a position to play against Gentlemates in front of this crowd, because BBL loves to play the villain. They want to be public enemy #1 here in Paris and take them down. I mean, you guys heard them on the walkouts, how many Mates fans are here, as well as for Vitality. This one, maybe a bit more neutral across the crowd as they come up here to the venue to enjoy some damn good Valorant.
No doubt. I mean, it's going to be an awesome day today, especially if you're an EMEA fan. A lot of great teams going to be going at it. See if they can get a little bit further, because here in the playoffs at EWC, this first round, you only get 1 shot. That's it.
No other recourse, no safety net. Lose here, you're out. Your run comes to its end. So for Heretics, it's got to be 3 consecutive series victories if they want to lift that trophy for a 2nd year in a row.
And they're starting to look better and better as this tournament goes on. I mean, they kind of feel like one of those teams that's on the upswing here, that's really starting to make gradual improvements, like starting to fix some of the problems on some of the maps that they've had. I had a lot of fun talking to Woot behind the scenes a little bit about how they're starting now to mix in some more aggressive plays. You know, they're a team that's really well known for their super defaulty style. Like, they're going to try to drag the round out a little bit, play that EMEA Valorant that we've all kind of come to know and love. But we've also seen them kind of choose their moments when they're going to turn up the tempo on you and come right at you.
Yeah, they are more than willing to scrap at every twist and turn. They're going to be running at you. They're going to be looking to try to trap you. You have to be ready for anything between these two teams. We talk about that familiarity. I think that we're going to be seeing some new stuff pulled out here to try to catch each other off guard, and I think that is going to be so damn impressive. But of course, we just have to zoom a little bit more in on BBL, because these guys have been absolutely on fire. Larok in particular, front runner for MVP of the tournament if they can make the run.
Yeah, he's literally leading every possible category there is for duelists, especially. Like he's dominating the scene right now, and you know, normally, like when you talk to a player like LaRock, you'd say he has irrational self-confidence, but that's not true. He has rational self-confidence because he's that good. He can back up the exuberance that he has. He loves to play. He loves to be the best. He wants to be the best, and he's out there proving it so far here at EWC 2026. So Breeze will be our first map as BBL elects to go there. Can't wait to see LaRock on that Jet, Lovers Rock on the Neon. So the double duelist combo going to be situated here for BBL. A little bit of a change up there on the other side with a Cypher instead of an Omen and then a Phoenix instead of a Jet. So a little bit of a difference in the composition. Assuming Kashmaris, yeah, he's going to lock in this Phoenix, I assume. But a little bit of a change between the two.
I mean, yeah, very key differences here. Just that solo smoke with the Viper. That's something that we see all too often, especially on the map the size of Breeze. So I mentioned that, but also, you know, a map where it's going to be playing Leon instead of Kashmaris.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, it feels like Kashmaris loves to get himself onto the Neon as often as he possibly can.
That's very true.
So it is a little bit odd to see the flip.
Might be one of those maps where, because you're going to play the Phoenix, you feel a little more comfortable with him on that. He plays it on Haven, so maybe it's just a little bit more of a comfort thing. Bit surprised that we aren't seeing Wood on like the Jet here on Breeze, but I think, you know, BBL feel like they're targeting one of the weaker maps in the pool for Heretics to start. Maybe feels like, I don't know, I feel like BBL probably pretty confident with how this map veto went through. Get Breeze, you get Lotus, Sunset the Decider. I think that's very much in their wheelhouse. They've been playing a bunch of Lotus against EDG in particular, with some absolute madness occurring there, but it's a team that, again, gaining confidence, gaining some important reps on stage here, and they look like they're ready to rumble.
I mean, taking a glance back, this is a 3-2 map in 2026 for Team Heretics, but it's been a lot of different compositions coming through as the meta has shifted around. Their initial bouts on it, dominant. 13-4, 13-4, 13-1. One of those teams that they took down was BBL. But then back-to-back losses versus Vitality. They were still running that solo Viper, but there was a bit of an alteration. You had the Chamber, you had the Sage into the mix, so it feels like there was ultimately a bit more control. So while you didn't have the smokes to go along with it, you did have stuff to slow things down and really dictate and get information around the map. Now, going to be a little bit more missing for them.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of like a more aggressive style of play, right? Like you're seeing this as kind of the new meta emerging on Breeze, as we're going to be jumping in to the first map here of the quarterfinals. But, you know, teams now realizing that you can play Breeze in terms of attacker side going to be very strong on this map because of how generally easy it is to create space on A for yourself as when you're on that side of the coin. But then as the defenders, then you need ability for retake, you need ability to control mains. And so having a Neon in there to use those relay bolts, to use some of that speed to kind of tee yourself up, really, really nice to have. LaRock, oh, he was going to try to use the recon against him, but Kashmar is wise to it.
Yeah, able to just get the catch, and that's just with a classic in hand. Taking him down at range, and a very good start here for Heretics, because they want another dominant victory. Spot check. Rose going to be committing the drone forward, sees the two players. The B site has been opened up. Heretics not too far away, though. And you get the double explore down through elbow, and this might be a hell of a lot faster than BBL could anticipate. Some glimpses behind, so cognizant of this, but now deep exploration out towards the defender's spawn and a backside plant, so BBL crossing their T's and dotting their I's, making sure that they have coverage.
It's going to be a question of, is Rose going to be a thorn here?
Oh, he's about to be making footsteps here. The audio range, yep. The stick around from Boo is able to find that kill. Now looking for another one, but Lovers Rock will be able to hold his own. Takes down the enemy Viper, but still going to be a player disadvantage for BBL. It's Benji Fishy. Expounds on that. Loida now eliminated. Sliding the back of sight. Krebin able to find the one, but cannot get the follow-up. Benji Fishy will strike him down, and Lovers Rock tagged to 17. Has to do it all, and he cannot. A 3K for Benji Fishy, and the pistol goes the way of Heretics.
As per usual, Benji very, very good with pistols in hand. one of the better Sheriff players, but this time just on the Ghost and doing a lot of work, but really good diligence being shown here by Heretics, making sure that flank is clear, you know, not allowing for any of these kind of oddly positioned players from BBL to catch them off guard.
Let's go! Quarterback, come on, let's go.
It's just really, really solid stuff from Heretics. And, you know Benji's going to bring the energy, as always, and he can pop off at any given moment. So always a threat is Benji Fishy. Loves to play that Cypher. You know, when you think of Benji, probably the agent that he's most well known for. Off to a hot start, but that's a reveal on Abu here. Didn't take too much damage. I was worried for a second he was going to get lit up, but comes away relatively healthy given the situation there.
Able to back off, finds a bit on the Loida. Woot at the same time. Positioned outside of doors. No real space over towards B. It's been taken quite yet. We'll see if Woot can collect anything here on the cross. Jump across and yep, Lover's Rock. Taken down, snappy shot from Woot. Now a pause. BBL reassessing, considering if they want to maybe even just try to push in, take the Neon out of the equation, but instead, we'll group up, full scale, 4 players, past cannons.
Oh my God. They've already pinged out both of these trips. I think they know exactly where they are.
Can they do anything about it? Those going to try to clear some of this.
Take flight. He missed.
Yeah, camera down. Knock over to the side. But that hinge comes in while eyes are trained forward. The strike now comes through. Benji, however, still going to be playing his feet. He's going to be able to find the one, but weapons can now be recovered. 3v3. Suddenly BBL right back into this round. Could just tie it up 1-1 off the rip, which would be catastrophic for Heretics. Loida trying to stay tucked in. Shot could end up going wide for him, so Woot, an easy cleanup. It's a low HP player now out of the equation, but ring around the Rosie, but Rose is not going to be fast enough on the draw. Woot turns back, finds the elimination, a double take from Krenin, and Woot will be able to clean it up, a 3K of his own to rescue the round.
Yeah, this is some pretty good mid-rounding here from BBL. Just getting that kill as they're crossing over into the B side of the map kind of makes Woot think, okay, I'm going to hold the line here a little bit, but then they just use a smoke, and that makes him think, okay, never mind, they're going to try to push this way, so I need to back up so that they don't just take me down, you know, in a trade quickly. With I just have a Marshall being point blank like that can be pretty tricky. So I'm gonna peel back, and BBL use that open space that they created for themselves to pivot over to the B side again. Found some good kills, but Heretics hold the line with the better weaponry, but you got to be starting to wonder a little bit. BBL is being very tricky on this map. You're seeing Rose all over the place on the lurks, even though, again, Heretics, to their credit, have done a good job of identifying it and nullifying it. Just going to have to see if that's going to continue to be a threat for the Heretics side. As everybody just going to be taking their time. BBL concerned that this could be one of those rounds that I was talking about where Heretics has started to add in a little bit of that spice, a little bit of that aggression to their defender side play. But for now, just a pretty standard hold. A couple players had some chokes, some weaker weaponry. A few Bulldogs in there, though, for Heretics.
Strike getting ready to come in. 2 of those Bulldogs here situated on the B site. Turn over the side, Rand's now having to drop back. Recon ready to go up and over the top. Snakebite to try to slow down the scale into deep sight. Shock Dart gonna be layering onto them, but Boo! He's able to spray down 2. The Rock gonna be good for the kill, and Rose will clean up the others. So now back into a 3v3. Better weaponry, and this lurk out in the window. Or Kreven could be absolutely monstrous unless they get this read. It's a must clear angle. Meanwhile, Rose. Oh, he's gonna be caught. He's checking into elbow. Not looking down towards cannon side. Slide coming in, the curveball to fly. He dodges that, but can't dodge the bullet. Suddenly, it is just Loida. 50 health in a 1v3 to try to deny the bonus conversion, and they're going to commit to run it back right into this round, because why the hell not? The defuse now being stuck. It's already past half. Woot pulls off of that one. The ult's going to be gone, but Woot is there to counter swing. Finds the shutdown, and Heretics kick things off 3-0.
Love the way that the Heretics are working together with this one, especially the Phoenix and the Neon, using their util to clear their space. A little bit of a mistiming on the backside for BBL, and already starting to feel some pressure. Losing that bonus early on your map pick, that is definitely concerning, to say the least. I'm wondering if maybe see an early timeout from the BBL coaching staff. Maybe talk things over a little bit. Nope, we're right into it.
And maybe head to the next buy, but for now, we'll just try to get this half investment to go. 2 Stingers, Guardian, Bandit, Sheriff. Meanwhile, Wood's got an Outlaw. And there's only 2 players with full armor here to try to survive through that. And a pretty rough time as Lover's Rock going to be down off the rip. The Hunt Fury even being sent into this one by Rose, but it's only going to be a singular tag on Abu. The elimination eluding them for now. Bottom to 1, but Woot is winning out the duel. To try to commit in for the flank. Kushmars will get caught on a timing there, forward into the smoke. Meanwhile, Woot getting turned around, but still barrel stuffing with the Sheriff, can clean it up. And Thrifty not to be found.
Yeah, Heretics just really well disciplined. Able to kind of contain BBL. They aren't really ever able to break out towards the back of sight. The Outlaw there, always a good pickup against a Eco buy. And that way, in case they try to sneak in some extra guns, you're really going to do some extra damage to them. Maybe now. Maybe now. We're going to have a timeout. BBL. So far, the game plan hasn't really come to fruition.
I mean, no, they're getting absolutely battered. And, you know, outside of the pistol, and then the anti-bonus hasn't been particularly close for them either. So timeout definitely necessary, because right now what we're seeing from BBL, it's been a bit one-dimensional. We need to see a bit more depth. It's a lot of just full cluster outside of B, full cluster outside of A, trying to make a go of it. We're not seeing mid-splits coming through, not seeing early control being established and planting a player up towards, you know, even elbow, try to get a peek onto nest, etc. It's just been very straightforward and very readable for Heretics.
And there are teams that can make that style work. My mind drifts to Nongshim of teams that are left in this tournament that can just kind of hammer away at one strategy more or less over and over, and it'll, because their coordination execution is so good, but we haven't seen that yet. You know what surprises me is how good the eco was. Like, that was the one round where I saw some trickery, some confusing things being thrown into the mix with the utility and the ideas from BBL, but yet you're absolutely right, Achilles. We haven't really seen it since then. Now this time may have just talked about how they want to brute force their way through this choke, but there's a lot ready here for them, curveball in hand.
Up right off that drone, and that's going to be 2 kills now. Third, immediately going to be found by Laroc. Answering back in a big way, still is able to find 2. Sparing their blushes as much as he possibly can. Rien's watching for this flank to come in, but can't do anything about it. Grevin with a nice shot. Takes down Turkish brother. Now, plant to come through, the pit to be invested. Benji Fishy, however, on this arrival into main, will have a corpse that utilizes neural theft. I suspect that is going to be immediately invested here.
And could use the snake bite as well to maybe clear out a little bit of that space.
Here. The more that Kraven plays along the wall, the more at risk he can be. Here comes the reveal. Oh, scale forward. Laroc just trying to keep him protected, spammed. Down to 47, and now it's all on Benji's shoulders. Tap of the defuse, just trying to get a rise out of him, trying to get him to spam, trying to figure out exactly where this enemy Viper is, but he's already ensured that the defuse is not being stuck. And with a push forward, Kraven will be able to take him down. A hell of a lot invested, still damn close, but it is going to be BBL getting themselves on the board.
Yeah, and I don't exactly think this is how that timeout call was meant to go, but they get through it because of Laroc able to be evasive on the jet. They're able to get that stun in there at the last second as well from the Neon. So Lover's Rock sparing them, I think, in this round, and then getting that a little bit of an extra angle. Kraven just comes in through the double doors. That's exactly what you're looking for. A little bit of extra layer to what BBL wants to do. This time they're going to leave Laroc in towards mid. Just watch to see if there's any kind of aggressive play, but Loida this time baiting out the curveball. They realized last round, you know, right at the door were a couple players of Team Heretics, so trying to get a feel that's going to continue to be the case. Kashmaris thinking about the second curveball, can't really get much off of it. In fact, Lover's Rock responds, takes down 1.
Yeah, Rien's having a rough go of it so far, and Kashmaris cannot get out to safety. Overdrive able to find a second victim. Trying to see if he can find the punish, but the jump spot's going to be good, and now he's going to be darted up. Sliding over to back orange, and Benji Fishy dead, trying to get going on that flank. Just a bit too smart.
Spike planted.
Kreven, right place, right time, comes away with that kill. Woot nearly having him lined up, and they're giving it to him one by one. You can't be doing that. Able to find another elimination now. All eyes on Boo to see what he can do. Right of the wall. Push past, swing of the corner. He's gotten himself over to back sight. Big fight gonna go over in, try to cut off any deep flank from coming through. He's gonna hold it up to half. Ethan, immense amount of damage, and Lorak will be able to run him down after all.
And now you're starting to see some adaptations from the side of BBL. You know, Rose starting to kind of get a feel for this defender side of Heretics and how they want to kind of play some of the mid to late round. Obviously, this is just a counterplay set up at the beginning to wait out those curveballs and then make a reactive play off the back of that with your Neon. But the other big thing is that they're sending a player out to try to intercept Benji Fishy early. Benji's kind of had some free reign to make those flanks. They probably noticed it in the last round as well when he came out through A main. That's where he used his ult, and they were like, okay, so he's willing to take those aggressive early maneuvers out from the B site. So we need to put a player out there to kind of sniff him out, see if we can just deal with him early before he becomes a threat.
And these few rounds surrendered here by Heretics, seemingly enough to get a timeout call of their own sent through. You know how much of a momentum-based team BBL can be. Trying to ice them here before they get heated up. It's a damn good idea. And see if it ends up working.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the right time. The more rounds you can get on this defender side, like the more confident you're going to feel going into that second half. Again, generally on Breeze, because of the comps that people are playing, it is a little more attacker sided usually. Not always, so you never know, but that's kind of where you're looking to do some damage. So as Heretics, you're already feeling really good. You've got 4. That's a pretty solid defender side. If you could get 2 more, make it 6-6, even better, 7-5, then you're going to be feeling really damn good. Anything above, 6 rounds here for Heretics is absolutely gold. So love the call, love the timeout.
Right here.
I think maybe just being a little bit more cautious. Wait for, I think one of the things I talk about here as a coach is wait for BBL to commit to that A hit out of the choke before you layer in the util to try to slow him down. That's just a tag there on the Woot. He's only got the stinger, but he's got the overdrive behind it, so not the end of the world, but not ideal.
Will just be a slow creep back over. BBL again looking to successfully avoid the heavier side of the map. Looks like Koshmaris going to get in transit though. Shifting over. Try to reinforce this position. Weaponry wise, you do have 2 of the rifles here. Now a 3rd joining. In fact, not quite going to be available though, but Benji Fishy able to find one. Kreven's going to be taken down, but Lover's Rock and Larok both able to find a kill apiece, but Koshmaris shutting down 2.
Oh no.
The swing of the corner, the short is there, and Rose has him absolutely destroyed.
I'm pissed.
Oh, devastating and ill-timed. Overdrive, however, is here for Woot. Slide over on that tunnel side, nothing to be spotted. 12 seconds remaining. This spike is not yet planted. They have to go for this.
10 seconds left.
Trying to find any save that they can possibly get. Relay both going to be connecting onto the one, the other going to be spotted. Lloyd able to find that elimination. The wide swing out. Rose trying to find the reset, but Boo hounds him down eventually with that Guardian.
Interesting little use of the Neon ult here to just buy some extra time, buy some space to put BBL in a bad position in terms of where the clock was at. Not even just where the map was at. That's cute from Woot. Really nice stuff from him and the IGL. Boo, man, Boo, sturdy with that Guardian once again. I mean, there was that play he had earlier in the qualifiers with the Guardian on Lotus. That was disgusting. A 3K. It's absolutely ridiculous. So he can, at times, bring it out. I don't love the call there from Koshmaris to go for the Phoenix ult, but
yeah,
that's, you know what? Sometimes you just, in the heat of the moment, you feel like, I've got my ult. I could do this. I just got to get this one guy around the corner, and then it's fine.
Unfortunately not to be, but still able to rescue the round from there. Ping reveal out on the Lover's Rock, and Benji Fishy is tearing them to bits. Gets himself a third. Finally, be sat down. Some decent kills in exchange to try to find some stability here.
Who's got a judge?
The judge in the front of sight covered. Boo watching, making sure that they can't go on a rotate out. And as they rescale back towards the front of B, that judge increasing in potential value. And there's the first, looking for the second, and Woot, yep, gonna make use of it after all. 13-4 and 4. An electric performance from him thus far, and Heretics shutting down these thrifty attempts.
A lot of talk about Larock coming into this match with how good he's been here at EWC. Another player who's been really, really darn good is Woot. He has been incredible on the Duelist and showcasing that he is no slouch on the Neon. Love the patience, love the call. You know, obviously the money was a little bit weak for Heretics there, so Woot had to go for the judge, but it worked an absolute treat. Now you've got Benji's ult again. Boo has the pit. Doesn't opt to invest it early. Weak buy. 3 sheriffs. Just a couple classics.
You don't care.
Relay ball here on the corner. Root able to find one. Lover's Rock going to be taken down. Kashmara's trying to keep them at bay. Curveball will connect.
Next to me. You don't care. You are the
Thrown over the top. Onto the A site. Trying to get the spot out. Won't quite be able to see anything, but this is still Heretics able to keep their players slotted where they're at.
You're like Jimmy when NRG lost that time and he was like pretending to fucking care. Oh. No. You know?
Oh, Jimmy was back. Well, pivot now over to the other side of the map for BBL. Didn't like what they saw. And they're going to try something a little bit different. Boo. There, deeply held position for Riens. 1 kill with that. Okay, well, what in the world is that, Boo? Just dome him through the smoke.
Yeah, just no hope. Doesn't want to give them any inkling here. They might be able to get this round to go. Riens postured up on bridge. Finding another now, it's Krevin and Larock. A 2v5, and it is a labored attempt to find that kill, and it's not going to come to fruition. Krevin will be able to put down Woot, but so much more necessary as Kashmara's will get finished off. This is just going to be a matter of time as Boo will be able to find him from the back. So, another round going over to Heretics as they get this defuse, securing themselves a lead already 7-2.
This is ridiculously good for Heretics. I mean, you have to be feeling sky high right now. It's just so many defenders rounds here. And obviously, yes, again, going up against an eco, but the fact that you've been able to put your opponents, you've been able to put BBL on the back foot so often already. And you can see that normal fire, their second go around against DDG to really put together a much more solid performance than they had shown earlier. So they were able to learn from their mistakes against one team, but now going up against Heretics, yes, a team you have faced before, but Heretics look like they have really found their groove. Another ping there. He did not get punished.
Well, maybe we'll be able to find that there as Hunter's Fury is going to be called in. Now exchange on both sides, but Boo's still here towards backside. Completely uncovered. That's a double ping reveal. Rien's looking for that finisher, but cannot make it happen. But look at the health bars. 4 players strong, yes, for BBL.
Welcome to my world.
Very low in HP. Another pit cycled up, and Krevin immediately investing that to try to make this a bit more unassailable. The slow creeper on the back, though. Woot finding the ones, not going to be ready for Loida up high. Posted up on top of the bricks now, dropping down. But I think a couple straight shots would be enough to take down these players, but Rose swinging out. It was you. Finds the 2, and it is a solid cleanup. BBL will be able to find that 3rd round win off the back of the timeout.
Crazy to think that one of the win conditions here for BBL on this side has been the pit.
Yeah.
It's been the Viper's pit. They can get to that. They've got some safety. They've got some good ideas around that. Nice little reposition there from Loida to get on top of the boxes. And then Rose, that last kill. Ooh, right across the head. Looked like a hit scan there for a second. Nice piece of work from him.
I mean, Luke going to be kicking himself that he didn't play that a little bit slower. Could have had 2 players dead. Still, though, Heretics with a healthy lead. An opportunity to take this all the way up to 9 if they can close out the final 2.
And this looks like a setup where ideally you take that aggressive early angle to maybe shut down the Neon if they commit. And then you have the Phoenix behind. Maybe catch some of the players, but Lovers Rock for now just wants to get closer to that overdrive. 1 away after that orb scoop up. Benji has yet another neural theft, and Boo still sitting on his ult.
Gotta go.
So, opportunities to use those. I'm a bit surprised that Heretics maybe didn't go for the pit, but you know, they're probably waiting for the last round to throw it on the ground. I mean, you've already got 7. You're already feeling very, very comfortable.
Right here.
If you can get another one and then have that pit for the end of it, I think that makes a lot of sense. So I get why Boo is saving it. I think really just kind of be that extra oomph.
But look at the pings coming down. Heretics are starting to read this incredibly well. They were nearly caught off guard in one of the previous rounds by this crunch, this
30
mid-split.
seconds left.
Well, they're quietly getting everybody fanned out. Entry going to be coming through. Rienzi's already able to find one, then gets a ton of damage out of Larock, who comes sliding in. Larock's going to be taking down
Spike
Loida.
down B.
Trying to find some more values. Kashmars will get caught in mid. Kreven again being the danger man here for this team. But Rienz holds his zone, and that's going to be the round done.
Left.
Just no time to try to make a play of it. And no idea where Boo was going to be anyway. So we'll just drift away. Hold on to this weapon and allow for Heretics to move up 8-3.
And this is going to be an awkward round for BBL. The money's all over the place. The ults are, you do have the overdrive, that's nice, but on the other side of the coin, they have a pit, they have a neural theft. They have another ult of that as well, and I can't remember exactly which one it is off the top of my head. There it is, the overdrive from Woot. So, I mean, you can match overdrive for overdrive. You've got a big advantage. Yes, Loita does have the From the Shadows. Only going to be able to buy a Stinger. Somebody was at 0 credits and want to get Larock into that bandle. Let's see if there's a big challenge again. This time Kashmaris with the judge. Woot going to be holding the rifle on the other side of the corner. Want to get that Blade Storm if possible. An absolute difference maker in Larock's hands. You want to put your best player so far here at the event in the best position possible to succeed. Absolutely reading the situation nicely. Kreven has been an absolute nightmare. That's kind of the one thing about Heretics defender side that I think has given them grief.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
I mean, talking about the pit, it seems like they're going to save this for a potential retake, but I'm very surprised to just not see that invested on one side of the map to try to usher BBL into a heavy stack from Heretics. Instead, they're just holding it for now. And it seems like BBL's just going to go for the same play, but this time there's not a third player in position. Woot's starting to make his move, work his way back over towards B, but then pumps the brakes for B for the moment. And that's enough for Rienz to get taken down. Benji Fishy seeing the TP. Spot him to 1, and he cannot get that spray to connect. Rose turns back, finds a headshot. That's Woot. Swings towards back sight. He gets batted to the side. And how are you meant to try to even get this pit in a position to really make it usable? I don't think you can.
No.
Triple through the wall, and meanwhile, the backstab from Kreven once again looking to just be their nightmare. Close out this round in BBL's favor. Have been given some access over towards back sight and back pillar, but it's just a matter of time now that Boo has been corralled, reads the first, and Larock is bounding around the wall, shuts him down, and BBL will be able to find a fourth.
Yeah, I think that last round
switching sides
leaves you scratching your head a little bit. For Heretics, I think you throw that pit down and you can maybe make your strong side B, throw it at the front of A, and kind of lean in the other side of the map. Instead, they just sort of try to slow play it. And Rienz gets caught in a timing with the util, has to check one piece of it. And as it turns back the other way, that's when they're coming around the corner. Can't quite get the crosshairs where they need to be. Yeah, I mean, 8-4 here is Heretics regardless. You're still very, very happy with that.
Yeah, it's going to take the pistol and then some from BBL to really get themselves back into this one. If Heretics come out swinging, claim another pistol win, this map could be over very, very quickly. And with Lotus on the horizon, this series could be done as well. With checks during the halftime, making sure that everything's going to be up to snuff.
Yeah, Heretics, they won 2-0 last time they faced off, so.
All right, well, while we get this sorted, let's go ahead and send things over to Ian Chambers, who's standing by with a very special guest.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Very, very, very special guest. Mixwell, how are you doing?
Hello, guys. How are you?
Welcome to Paris.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I love France, and it's my second time. Let's see what happens this tournament.
How are you feeling about Heretics? That was a strong start.
They are dominating in every way. Macro, micro, everything. I think they got this.
I mean, they're going to have a crazy amount of confidence because they won last time around. How big of a statement would it be to do it again?
I mean, it would be amazing. It would be the second star on their jersey as well. That's a lot of aura. So let's see what happens. It's going to be tougher than last year, I feel like.
Speaking of stars on jerseys, are you a football fan?
I'm a football fan.
Are you watching Spain? Do you think you got a chance?
I think Spain has a chance, but I think France is the team to beat this.
You're forgetting about another team, Mixwell, you know.
Morocco?
No.
England.
Yes, thank you. You know, the team that's probably going to win it. No, but listen, I hope you enjoy the rest of this event. We're going to be coming to talk to you all the time. Team Heretics all the way.
Yes, Team Heretics all the way. They will win their second tournament and be the biggest EWC team in Valorant history.
Cheers, Mixwell. Enjoy your time. Thank you. Back to the studio.
Thank you very much, Ian, as yes, we welcome you back into the studio. I don't know if it's coming home, but coming onto the desk alongside with us is Kakuka. Welcome back, Kakuka. How you doing, darling?
Yeah, the moment that Heretics starts winning the way that they are, they call me in. So I am having a great time. It's good to see Mixwell here. Good to hear his words. Actually, I thought that the team that he didn't mention was Argentina, and some way they will cheat their way to the final.
Whoa! I don't know. I mean, I like the fact that he named everyone except England.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy from Mixwell. We all know England are bringing it home, but that's a separate discussion.
Yo, Bellingham Haaland has nothing on Wood versus LaRock this match, because Wood is giving absolutely everything. I subscribe what Mixwell said, micro and macro, the way that they're changing the Viper walls. We've had so many talks about how to defend A every single time that we see Breeze.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of disappointed in BBL here. I felt like they're going B far too many times, and they're finding themselves in the claws of Woot here. He is dominating this server at the half here, putting up crazy numbers, so it's going to be tough as that side swaps and the Neon gets rolling once again.
We were wondering for how long can players keep up with this form. There's always a moment in a tournament where you peak. How long can you stretch that moment for? For Wood, it looks like for the entirety of it. There is a reason why he was the MVP of 2025, and it looks like he wants to go 2 for 2.
16 and 8 for Woot here. LaRock 7 and 10 to kick things off. It is the battle of our MVPs, but it is just the first half. What is one change that you want to see here for BBL?
Well, BBL now, they'll be moving on to that defensive half, so it's all about understanding A. It's all about understanding how you're going to be able to retake A with your comp. We see that a lot, but I need to see them be aggressive. I need to see them fight forward and get their big stars into the game. Yes, we teed up this head-to-head, but LaRock has been much slower than Wood so far.
I think that for me, it has to do with the versatility. We expect a BBL on the defense that is going to be aggressive, that is going to look for those duels. Heretics will expect that too. We saw all the brawls there in A made time after time. I think that Kashmaras is doing so much better now. I really think that those vote reviews and whatnot are bringing it a lot of confidence to Team Heretics.
All right, we'll see what happens here in the second half. 8-4 for Team Heretics. Will BBL come back here on map number 1? Let's find out as we send it back on over to Achilleos and Paper Thin.
Now back in we go. Let's see if they are going to be able to run this back into their favor, or if it's just going to be Heretics continuing with the dominance. 8-4. That massive start, converting the bonus and then some on top. BBL doing what they could just to get these few rounds.
Yeah, it's been a rough go of it. There's a lot of things for the Heretics. Some really good play from Woot, obviously. Boo having some pretty nice moments. Benji Fishy, a couple big rounds where he's able to hold the line, get big 3Ks, going all the way back to the pistol. Kashmaras, really nice flashes. Like, he's leading with assists right now. I will say that. He may not be fragging. He may have made a weird choice with the running back one time, but he's had some really impactful flashes, and that's the benefit of having a Phoenix on this map. And Lover's Rock is in trouble, and he gets out of there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a, like an inverse gnome chimp. Instead of the Neon putting their life on the line, it's the Phoenix just saying, okay, I'll be the tank. You go in, and you profit from all that distraction. Kashmaras still going to be able to find one with that classic hit again, but now Krebin arriving out at Nest. Cleans up the one. Kashmars will fall, and it's Benji and Boo. A 2v4. Try to see if they can rescue this, and the spike has been stranded.
Poison orb emitting.
Boo needing some assistance, but he's unable to find the first. Now that it's just Benji. Trying to stay dialed in on this angle. Collects A head, will be able to get that first little burst towards the neural depth, but BBL, they find the pistol that they so desperately needed.
Yeah, it's a nice little catch here. BBL has their pieces in place to sort of use the Neon as a bit of a bait to lure Heretics into a trap. You know, they get him caught with some of that early util. Lover's Rock goes diving back into B like he's panicked, like he's in trouble. Turns out there's a few other players around there for BBL. And it catches Heretics completely off guard. So nice workup of the map for them to start. Getting that defender side pistol, much needed here for them to keep it competitive. And as you expect, you want to funnel those orbs into Kashmaris' hand.
Tag is going to go in. Meanwhile, Benji trying to find his kill. Can't quite make it happen, but Rien's counter spamming with the classic. Will be able to find it. Swoop in though, Rose. Finding Benji fishy. Maybe a moment of opportunity for Boo, but oh, it ends up being quite whippy.
Spike down A.
Kashmaris now grabbing the spike. Lance will put him one charge away, so guaranteed to get the ult online. Maybe even find some additional damage. Has that Marshall picked up. Trying to play this quietly. It seems like he wasn't spotted, working his way into center pyramids, but Larocque will check back. 3 players to stay alive. A bit of damage dealt here, but not too bad for BBL overall.
This could have gone a lot worse for BBL, to be honest. If Boo peaks a little bit sooner there, he probably has Rose dead to rights. I mean, there was a moment where he wasn't even considering that there'd be another player in that door after he killed Benji. He's like, oh, I killed the Cypher, Lurker dead. Actually, there's a Viper on that team too, so could have been really, really bad news. And let's see what they want to do with their first buy up. Keep a couple Bulldogs there. Guardian, Marshall for Lover's Rock, just a share for Loita.
Standing ahead.
Again, all about trying to create some intrigue across the map, but
Poison's off.
that's a lot of early confirmation here. You know, the fact that your recon getting cleared like that leads you to believe that B was stacked, and Team Heretics going to try to shift in the other direction. Meanwhile, BBL just going to say, well, if they are there, let's push a little bit forward. Let's take some space, see if we can catch them off guard. But Loita all on his own.
He doesn't want to explore down into elbow because the camera's there. Would have heard that toggle, but instead the execs just comes through onto the A side. Heretics finding this widely unoccupied, but okay, yep. Had the ult, so ultimately not too bad. And the Shock Dart's now ready to fly. And how is Rose getting away with that one?
Down.
Shock Dart cleans up Rien's, casually turns to the side, finds Boo and main. And suddenly, bonus conversion for BBL is very much on the table. Boot and Kashmaris to try to make a go of it, but Larocque lurking behind the box, and BBL have pulled it off.
What in the world happened here? Incredible stuff from BBL. Rose, that Shock Dart. I don't know if the Viper, Snakebite got involved there, if there was some vulnerability issues. Right there. Insane, down to 5 HP.
Yeah, Bite got him as well.
Yep. Makes sense. Incredible coordination from BBL, and all of a sudden, we've got a real game on. They're only 1 round down.
Heretics going to be kicking themselves if this is away from them.
Oh, what a shot from Kashmaris. Bandit getting involved in another big one.
Okay, well, Boo, he might have been whiffing tall hell in the previous round, but that is a massive shot to be found. And now Rien's looking to try to get that reset. Can't quite clean up Krevin, but still, the damage widely done. Need to try to displace Loita, but he's not going anywhere.
Steering sight. Watch them run.
TP's out to safety. Benji now all alone trying to assess where in the world he could have gone.
Spike planted.
No, neural theft still just one away.
Here.
If he can find one,
I must wait.
he now has. Perhaps could invest the ult, but there's a swing out. And Kreven just going to be a little bit faster on it. A good attempt from Team Heretics, but not enough to find the round win. That's going to be BBL tying things up.
I mean, some of that good decision-making, some of that good play we saw from Heretics on their defender side, starting to kind of falter on this attacker side. Walking into this, they get the spot. Oh my God, disgusting regardless from Loita. But you're not really taking, you know, you could have gone the other way around that pyramid there. Once you see him up on that spot and try to create some extra angles, but they opt to try to challenge him and they pay the price. They had a real great shot at turning this half on its head, getting that big thrifty win. Instead, Loita dashes their hopes. Now it's all tied up at 8-8, and I assume we're going to get the final timeout from Heretics here.
It looks to be the case. Neck and neck. They're a considerable lead. Starting to get uncomfortable. The energy starting to drain. Saw Benji Fishy there, a bit more of a somber look on his face. After not being able to find that clutch that would have been so huge. Keeps him in the lead, would have been a thrifty. Can't quite find it, needs to get the energy back up.
Yeah, I mean, now you're worried about, we've, again, I talked about that ember, that spark that's always going to be burning just a little bit for BBL. No matter how bad things get, once they get that momentum, once they get those bellows blowing, the fire will be roaring in short order. Now they're up to it. 16 kills here for Kreven, 15 for Loita. The controllers getting it done. The backline for BBL.
I'm out of here.
Absolutely insane.
Oh, eventually going to be cleared. Larocque is making a quick little exit back behind the half wall. Smattering damage suffered.
They've got a lot to watch the flanks here too. Got a camera and a trip. Got Boo. This should be, yeah, okay, a little bit of damage under Jens.
Able to dodge the second. Right here. One away from a Hunter's Fury. Not in a disconnected position, but speaking of which, yep, Rose has his online. Larocque, however, going to be taken down. Rien's able to find that elimination with the shock dart, and now, because of that, he has his own ult online. Trying to slow things down, meanwhile, Lovers Rock arriving out from main. That's why he's able to find one before getting taken down. But Kreven from on high. Cleaning up the two, but now into the 1v2 for Rose to try to clutch this out. No snake bite, but not necessary. Benji Fishy will just swing the corner, get the kill. Keeping two in the fight. As Heretics will once again get themselves back into the lead.
This is kind of a weird one here for a moment. Lovers Rock somehow slips the net between the camera and the tripwire. Boo has no idea what's going on. He's back at window looking around to figure out what happened. And in the meantime, Lovers Rock had snuck in and almost completely destroyed the round. But Heretics just barely able there with those deep crossfire setups, able to hold on, but it was a lot closer than they would have liked.
Take flight.
Especially given their economic situation. Dropping those extra guns, really painful.
Ooh. Dead, but the trade is in, and Larocque pushed out into the open by that snake bite. Can only find a bit of damage, but the heal is going to go through as Kushmar puts that Molly right at his feet. Now the run it back going to be popped. Sprinting forward, trying to find this Viper, but catch a glimpse, but cannot find the shot. But this pit doesn't cover the spike plant at all. They still have to scale out of this. Meanwhile, Paranoia does have them ushered away. Poison Orb drawn up. Shot going to be lobbed in, the spray and pray. Loita going to be taken down, the diffuser going to be interrupted as all of them are just so very low. Rose Decade down to one, Kushmar is sprinting right past him. And what a clutch this would be. But with 3 health, this should be impossible. Benji dead. Recon forward, the tap. Trying to bait him out. But he's got a recon in reply. The defuse is held to half. But he just does not have the time. What an effort, what an attempt from Rose. But but he has to walk away empty-handed. The round is Heretics, as they will move up 10-8.
Yeah, well, Rose is a berserker, man. The lower his health gets, the better he is.
The more damage he's dealing.
It is absolutely crazy what he's able to do on such little health. Like the confidence he has to just keep going for it. And he's so crisp. I know he's not consistent, but
One enemy remaining.
man, he has been
Nice, guys.
lighting it up.
Nice!
But a huge round
Let's go,
for
bro.
Heretics again.
Ready.
And now you're on to scuffed by for BBL. Couple rifles in there. Judge for Lovers Rock. Then a couple shares for Loita and Krevin. And I wonder, how much Heretics is going to try to dip into this B well. But they were selling a little bit of a fake there early, using that Sova util to keep that extra player locked in place. So it's just a matter of getting past this Judge. Flash connects. Oh, and he's spammed ahead.
Down. Now they know exactly where he's at as the wall will fall, so two shell Lovers Rock. Overdrive in hand, it's a clean shot from Loita, but he loses his vision. Loses his life. The Rock just trying to dance around that overdrive, but Woot dialed in. Exploring all the way to the back site.
Spike planted. Last player
Spike
standing.
now in play. Woot with a third, potentially for the fourth if he can just find Krevin. Tucked away on that ramp. Running out to the open, the jump peak, the spot. Gonna have to be similar scenes that we got from Rose.
Man.
Here's the first. Ooh, ready to counter swing, but the time just should not be there. It is not. And Benji in pole position. Ends up shutting him down, and suddenly, after a fantastic start, exactly what they needed in this half for BBL, running 4 rounds consecutively, this is once again starting to get out of their grasp.
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit worrisome. Team Heretics now able to just take a pretty simple idea on a timeout and go a couple rounds to B. Use that conditioning now against BBL. All you have to do is send a little bit of Sova util. Keep that extra player locked over there. And then you've already got 2 players set up close to A main to kind of lead the charge. Here, they're just gonna try to go for the 3-2 split.
Let this Fury out aggressively. Rien's looking for a target again. Lovers Rock playing forward, gets some damage, but cannot get that kill. Tucks back. More damage going to be exchanged. The overdrive going to be in play. The Benji Fishy, he's able to find 2. LaRock only going to be good for the 1 before dying and losing the knives.
One enemy remaining.
The volume of kills in reply, however, from BBL. Looking strong, looking good, but Rien's a clutch machine when he needs to be, and this is one of those moments. Double scale forward on the left-hand side. One of the players low. Grab Finn to try to lead it. Ooh, considers going for that drone. Gets into that 1v1, but just cannot win it out. BBL rallying back, but still down by 2.
Yeah, it took a lot of ults here, though, for BBL. They had to use the Blade Storm and the Overdrive in this round to make sure that this fast hit from Heretics wasn't going to get the win, and it almost did. It came really damn close. It's Rose again. Him and Krevin and Loita absolutely going crazy right now. And Rien's, yeah, almost had it. He had a real shot. Able to get that first kill, but the quick trade. Good attempt. Lovers Rock now with the operator. I think that's the first one we've seen on this map.
Yeah.
He's going to be back pyramid. Benji Fishy not going to find the timing there. Lovers Rock has no idea that he's already gotten past. So it's a quick scale up, a camera to watch. The flank as well. I think Benji's just going to stay tucked here until kind of the last possible minute. Until, he knows that whoever's watching Double Doors has to turn their attention away. Or until somebody gets a little bit greedy towards mid. And he can maybe punish that. LaRock, though, not pushing forward. However, Lovers Rock,
I must wait.
They just clear the camp. They're going to go to the other side off of that clear. And look at Lovers Rock.
Yeah.
He's reading that.
A fast pivot. This push forward from Loita, checking into main. Because it's not going to be a full mid-crunch. Would be playing splits, but now look at this. The counter rotate back. Heretics reading things incredibly well. You've got 4 players in position, 1 leaning back towards Arch and Spawn, but otherwise, a fairly empty site.
Go, go, go!
This late toxic screen too.
Held
Very
it.
nice.
Shots ringing out. Some presence known. Quick pivots though. BBL, they want to try to get a flood retake going as Hunter's Fury will try to prevent them from going for the plan. Benji Fishy, however, he's able to find two off screen, who will get taken down. Rose able to clean him up with that Hunter's Fury as we now go into a 3v3. Reveal in his dying breath from Benji, giving them the neural, giving them the information to try to get this round over the line and get up to map point. Wall raised, they push through it. Lovers Rock able to find one, Krevin with another. And Koshmaris has to do it all, but he's a little bit late on the draw. Krevin again has them outdone as it's another round going over to BBL. Now just down by one, the op carried over.
This is a tricky little setup, but because they have that Hunter's Fury and the time is so low here for Heretics, it means that BBL can press and catch them a little bit off guard. Benji does what he can to thwart the advances. And a little bit of a kiss to the other side of the stage. Thank you, thank you. Krevin is just disgusting here. 22-11.
I think it was to his teammates.
Maybe that too.
Playing off them. Little bro moment.
I thought he was just taunting. I just assume with BBL.
They've been a little bit quieter in that regard, but LaRock absolutely demolishes them! A blink and you miss it round. Flawless from BBL. They tie it up.
Oh boy. This is amazing work from them. Just that individual firepower that you know this team possesses comes through. Snake bite at the door too, and Heretics decides, well, we got to make a go for it, and it ain't going well. What a read. That's got Rose on his feet. IGL knows that he had that round sniffed out well ahead of time. Team Heretics have allowed it to get tied again, 11-11. Koshmaris and Boo both have their ults.
Mention going to be pop as back comes in, and Wood is able to find one. Lloyd eliminated. Lovers Rock, a tag on a Koshmaris. Cannot flush him out. He's trying to get that molly at the back of Orange, but the ult ends up expiring a little bit earlier. Still will have that in the back pocket, but now throw over the top. The Rock noted. The pit in play. Shots up from Rienz. He'll land at Rose's feet as well. Elimination found. Rock needs to start putting up numbers. Woot will get taken down, but time is still bleeding away a bit. BBL have to start pushing forward. The spike is not within the pit, so they can get some access to it. But Hunter's Fury now going to be layered in from Rienz. And that should be curtains on the round. Benji looking for a little bit more. Plays in Rienz to find that elimination. Lovers Rock, one on to Boo. Given the money, still could be rough here for Team Heretics, but they will find the round win to move up to 12. Map point is theirs, but BBL, cash aplenty, can absolutely send this into OT.
No doubt, and the good news here is BBL is they had to expend so many ults here. It's 3 that get invested in this round. It's the run it back, it's the pit, it's the Hunter's Fury. And yes, it does go Heretics' way, and it always feels a little uncomfortable with how fired up this BBL team is now. Nice ping out there to get that final kill with the Hunter's Fury as well. Diving out of the pit to get the spot onto the player. And it's going to be the pit for Krevin. He's not going to invest it early either. Hanging on to it. A 2-1 ooh, situation. A little bit scary there. Some flashes exchanged. This looks like a fake. I mean, the bench is just going to keep scaling. I mean, it shouldn't be that confusing or obscured. Yeah, you know for sure.
They know exactly where he is now.
Yeah, the cage was up so far.
Now he has to play forward into LaRock, and he's going to win the fight. Clean one tap. Rose going to be hot on his heels. Meanwhile, Lovers Rock pushing forward, catching Koshmaris, drags it across, finds the headshot. Benji now dead. And this just feels like an overcook from Team Heretics.
Yes. This is too tricky. Just too many layers to it, and you can't capitalize off of what Benji's doing. Nobody's in a position to quick scale into A.
Spike planted.
On top of that, BBL's pushing space when you're not ready.
Watch them run.
Quick check of the TP, now you know.
There's the approach to the back. Wood able to trade it out. Rienz getting them now into a 2v2, but he's down to 5 health.
Player standing.
So Wood would have to do it all to try to bring this to its conclusion. The paranoia, the recon, neither going to be connecting. Tucks a little bit further forward, and he nearly has it. But Loita will keep them afloat. 12-12. Our opening map, our opening series in the playoffs is going to overtime.
Well, definitely not super unexpected. I think the way we got here maybe a little bit kind of eyebrow raising in some moments. Both teams playing really good defender side, but with how well these two teams know each other, it's such a battle of the wits between Rose and Boo to make those little bit of adjustments, and both these teams seem to really have a tough time finding those entries, finding those moments on their attacker side to get some good, clean executes that looked well coordinated. Just felt like they just don't have that same proficiency on that half of the map yet. But defender side, both teams really good, knowing when they need to strike, how to hold the line.
Revealing area.
Some good reads of the map. Now, BBL looking for an A hit, trying to make it look like doors aren't as strong as they are.
Spot out from Kashmars. Molly going to be set up to try to delay them, but there's the ping reveal. Tripwire intercepting, and Larock head on entry. We swing out though. Weapons locked. Sim will find him just with the spam. Meanwhile, Boost sliding forward into center pyramids. Cleans up a second kill. Looks for that third, but it's going to be taken too quickly by Woot. Kraven don't have to do it all, and that's going to be a bridge too far. Heretics again get themselves up to map point.
I mean, I like the idea here from BBL. We kind of criticized them a little bit earlier that they weren't trying kind of different stuff. This is very different. It's very unusual, but somehow Benji Fishy, who's been mostly putting all of his util on the other half of the map, he's like, I'm going to throw a trip right outside of this double door, and it's a great kill trip. It completely nullifies Larock's entry, gets him stuck in a position where Kashmars just has an easy freebie.
Last cannon attack op for Woot. Maybe expecting the Lover's Rock was going to be matching this on the other side. It's up out of the window. If he can even spot a pixel of Kreven here. Oh, he does, but this time a little bit late on the shot.
It would be huge if he could find some value. Woot, a very good sniper. Love to get that opening pick, get that extra player, because it's so often come down to that last man standing one way or another in these rounds.
Uh-oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
Faking the exit for a brief little second, but decides, yeah, maybe I should just get out of here.
But he sees them leaning A, and that's going to have Larock coming over to reinforce the site. So they've got a good read on this. It's just, can they hold it? They're going to pass the op over to Boo, let Woot do the entry. This is scary. Still the relay bolt, still a paranoia.
Drone spotting him out. Lover's Rock not going to be sticking around up front.
30 seconds left.
Gives over some space. Meanwhile, Larock, he just sprays and prays, and Woot's going to be taken down. Headshot, so even if he had the armor, it wouldn't have mattered at all. Volley over the top. Loida able to find one. Rienz with another shock dart kill, but Loida looking to hold his own.
One enemy remaining.
Boo will get flushed out the snake bite to take him down, and this overtime is not over yet. Rienz will fall as we get tied up 13-13.
Yeah, again, it's very slow and readable. I think as Heretics, when you decide to hit A, it's just got to be a lot more explosive. You've got to be willing to take risks to clear some of that space. And it can be tough for sure. Your opponents really have a good idea of what you're doing and when you're doing it. And they're hitting some nice shots, Larock in particular, in those last couple of rounds, and then coming into this one, he's been able to just tap somebody who's at the door and just deny entry. Let's see, timeout being taken. Have to discuss a little bit, try to you know, as BBL get that attacker side win. That has proved to be the more difficult side of the map here on Breeze. Sometimes it just be that way. We'll see if they can flip the script, somehow get their map pick here, but it has been labored to say the least. If they can even get there. Coach is right behind the players. Key there, trying to rally his boys. Heretics, I just need to see a little bit more on this attacker's side when they get back to it, but get there when we get there. I think BBL has the explosiveness. Just got to be a little bit better. Some of their timings.
This could just be a fast and heavy hit towards A. Set up on the wall. Paranoia going to be sent out as well very early.
Toxin
Real
screen
space going to be gained. Meanwhile, Krevin
Toxin screen
all the way
down.
forward through elbow. Let's see if he can hear anything at all.
There's nothing or no one that could stop him from scaling into B.
Take flight. Right here.
Check over the opposite side. Know that the entry onto the side is going to be clear, but boo. Oh, just finding
Toxin screen
a
down.
very lucky one through that wall. LaRock now dead. Stun is out though. Blue going to be isolated, picked apart. Lloyd able to find that elimination, finds himself a second as Woot will get taken down as well, and suddenly they're right back into this. Looking for the backstab, and Krevin now arrives. Benji Fishy dead in transit. Koshmar is only able to find the one. Tries to leap forward, but to no avail. It is now BBL with the upper hand, one away from taking their map pick.
Yeah, this round, Heretics off of that timeout thinking that maybe because, you know, BBL is taking one, they might go towards that B side. They might have some kind of, you know, set play ready to catch us off guard. And so they shift their strong side away, and they never really get a good read on this. Even when all that util sent early, they kind of think, well, maybe that's just a fake. And then Krevin again, using that space that he's given for free so well. Nobody on Heretics had any clue he had tucked in that far up on the map.
Going up. They're ready to try to counteract this. Push forward past the Blaze Wall, but nothing to be found.
Well, this is all just a play for a pick from Heretics. The spike is still sitting back in spawn, so they weren't even really going to try to scale into B. Just keeping BBL a little bit honest with that mid space, making sure that it's, at least for now, somewhat under their control, gives them a little bit more breathing room. And if they were to pivot towards A, they had opened up a lot of space over on the pyramid side, but again, BBL trying to read that this is going to be a mid-re-hit that's thwarted, if there was any thoughts about it from Heretics. 3 players on this side. This is all a big fake. You have so much that you're going to try to use to sell this.
Paranoia, hold them back for now. Molly clearing out a forward angle. So far, all of BBL still believing in this, but now realizing Koshmaris, he's going to sprint through shop door, taps that one. Maybe slows him down a little bit on the entry. Meanwhile, Rienz is going to be able to find LaRock, but Krevin sliding around the back of the wall, jumps up and will end up getting taken down. Koshmaris able to find the kill. The plant now in play. A 2v3 as BBL try to bring this map to an end. Here. And Heretics try to extend this for a little bit more. Swing it back, pillar. And Wood has Loyda dead to rights. None the wiser, nor is Lover's Rock. 14 of 14. We keep going.
I like this because BBL hasn't really been biting on the fakes that you've been trying to sell with just like Rienz or just one player. So they add that extra layer in with the Phoenix, and that forces BBL to have to respect it. Opens up that space. Now that being said, you're going into Krevin's site, and that is scary the way he's been playing so far. He's only able to get one before he's dealt with, but for a moment there it looks like even though it's good macro from Heretics, they might lose the round anyway, but they hang on. Loyta, a lot of force here, stacked up in front of B. Benji Fishy, a deeper trip right towards the front of those stairs. Gets the first kill.
And Boo finds Larock as well. Swing out, and Boo suddenly firing on all cylinders. Saw glimpses of this, but I think he wants his map to come to an end. He wants to go over to Lotus as Woot will find Loita. And it looks like Heretics are going to find themselves back up to map point, potentially in flawless fashion. Never mind, Benji will fall, but it's going to be Boo. Starting off the round, ending it, a 3K. And now, 15-14 the score.
It's a couple things in this round, but the big thing is that Benji just outright wins that 1v1 against Lover's Rock. I mean, if he doesn't win this, then there's not that extra layer of safety on site with the Cypher util. Boo, that is disgusting. Ridiculous stuff from the IGL. Shown up big time at times for Heretics.
Come into the unknown.
Woot up to 28, Kraven up to 28. Both those players having stellar maps. Very different play styles, but get the job done one way or another. Fast hit again here from Heretics. Paranoia stalls it for a moment.
Right on two fronts. Rose, however, going to be overwhelmed. Gets a good amount of damage off that shock dart, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Might just be the end of this one here on Breeze. Plant onto the corner. 5 players strong. Cam going to be cleared out. Larock
Spike planted.
needs to do something incredible alongside Kreven. Dirt ball set to try to delay. The spot of the wand. The relay bolt going to be lobbed to the backside to slide forward, but Lover's Rock will get taken down. The Rock dead, and now it is all on Kreven. He has been amazing this map, but can do no more. Team Heretics come out swinging. They take down BBL on BBL's map pick, Lotus. The staging ground for Heretics to potentially get themselves a 2-0. And eliminate BBL from EWC.
Oh, it's a fantastic start here to our playoffs. It's an overtime banger, and the defending champions barely hanging on. BBL giving them a lot to deal with, but they're able to rally back in overtime. A lot of back and forth, a lot of great stuff. Kreven, disgusting for BBL. Woot, so solid again on the duelist for Heretics. Just now on Lotus, has BBL been able to continue to learn and improve on a map that used to be a little weak for them.
Yeah, this is a really big swing in this series from our expectations and for Heretics' hopes of getting through this one quickly.
Out here in the crowd with the Heretics super fans. Vamos! I ran into Ari from New York City. Ari, such a close game. We went to triple overtime. Who are you most excited to watch tonight?
I mean, of course, we're here for Heretics. I mean, all the players individually have their own great stories. I'm looking personally at Rien's, the clutch god himself, util master, but I'm just happy that everyone stepped up the challenge when they needed to.
Paperton was saying those who know ball know that Rien's is actually really the heart and soul of the team right now, but Benji Fishy is getting fired up on the stage. Who are we cheering for?
For Benji. Benji is the number one. I love it. Benji, I fucking love it!
We love Benji! Heretics! We gotta vamos this thing back to the studio, guys. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Puckett. It is Team Heretics pulling it out in overtime. That was a fantastic way to kick off our playoffs here at EWC 2026 Valorant. Degon here alongside Kukuka and Big Time. What a win here for Team Heretics on not their map pick.
Yeah, complicated one as well. We see a change in composition, a composition that previously had worked so well for them with the Sage and whatnot. They were a surprise in EMEA, but most of the teams have come in with changes, have come in adapting to what the rest of the year is going to look like, and Heretics was going to be no different.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, credit to BBL. They did make it close, clawing it back, taking it all the way to OT. Kreven, I thought, was unbelievable. The rest of the team stepping up there, but ultimately not enough. This is a squad that we see go to overtime consistently and kind of keep losing.
especially over on that A side, actually holding down that tree. He's really annoying in that part of the map.
Well, let's see what we got. Don't expect to see any real changes here. As looking like it's just going to be, yep, Benji sticking to that Vice. Koshmaris back over onto the Neon. Decent performance from Noah on the Phoenix, all things considered, from that Breeze.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily like fully there in the fragging department, not compared to what we usually see from him on Neon, but util-wise, curveball-wise especially.
Defender side, curveballs were great. I will say, yeah, he was really impactful, especially on that first half. He was really annoying with his util. They had a lot of good setups there to tee up, you know, Woot behind him. A lot of times he wasn't, like you were saying, he was kind of the tank. He was the one that was setting up his other duelist for success. So should be, yeah, Krevin on the Cypher there. Nothing too crazy that we're going to see, it looks like. Nobody running a Viper, much to the chagrin of some, but that's okay, I guess. I like the Viper on this map too, sort of, but a lot of teams these days just want to play that double duelist. They just want to have that extra oomph on some of those hits, on some of those executes, look for that early advantage.
But neither going for the full, you know, Paper Rex Sky layer in here, so it'll just be that fade. Getting stuck to Krevin on the Cypher, the only difference between these squads. See which one between him and Benji Fish he's going to be able to find the most value. I mean, he was an absolute menace on Breeze. If he's going to be able to continue that reign of terror here on Lotus, then perhaps we will be going to a third and final map. For now, all players on stage just going to be dialed in and prepared for this Lotus, taking one step at a time.
Yeah, and with these types of comps, a lot of this is just going to come down to some of those, you know, early rubble mound fights, those kind of things. Who can get the better trap plays, maybe the front of B when you're going to make some good reads. I think this is going to be pretty similar to Breeze, where it's going to be a very close affair. Both teams are going to have some really good ideas on how each other likes to pilot the map. They've both played it already here at EWC a couple times, so they're going to be very familiar. There's going to be a lot of tape to review between them. And certainly, you know, both these squads are going to be putting in that prep work. It's just a matter of coming down to execution. Heretics will once again be starting on that defender side. BBL goes for attack.
And when I think about LaRock at this tournament so far, the moments that he's had that have been jaw-dropping, it has been him on this raise. So perhaps we can see another performance like that to keep the team alive here at EWC. Otherwise, it might just be a very early goodbye. Crunch attempt over at B main. Nade going to be exchanged, but nothing to be found damage-wise. Meanwhile, Krevin, free scale forward, able to spot out this wall. Thorns over on the tree side.
My eyes are on Rienz for Heretics. He went absolutely crazy on this map the last time they played MIBR on it. 26 kills in their narrow overtime win.
They're going to pump the brake zone, repivot this back. Rienz turns away, turns back, is able to get the spot on the Lover's Rock, but can find nothing more. Woot now eliminated as well. BBL looking good to try to close out this pistol. Boo, trying to isolate them down, can't do so. Cam with a spot, swing going to be coming through. Now they can just fully rotate over to the C site. Going worldwide on this one.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds.
I think they've got this round. I'm feeling pretty confident about it.
Yeah. I think you might be right, especially as Koshmaris, and as low as Loita is, he's the one at risk, and he's the one that's going to get taken down. Flawless pistol to start things off. A big boon here for BBL.
Yeah, just able to create some space at the front of A, have that extra player waiting right there to deal with Rienz, and that opens up so much of the map for them. And again, they're going to have players waiting to lurk. Krevin, again, absolute nuisance. So, as Team Heretics, it's probably going to have to be pretty quick adjustments that you're going to need to be finding as this one rolls along. You know, they started off so hot against MIBR on their defender side. Looked like they were going to cruise to an easy map win, but then they dropped like 6 in a row or something like that. A lot to get MIBR right back into it. So, Heretics going to be on the back foot this time. All classics. Not really much to speak of in terms of buy-up. Yeah, easy kill for Lover's Rock.
Yeah, nothing more to be done there. Outlaw will find it. Quick pivot. A site's empty. So fast plant here for BBL. And all of Team Heretics about to get the bad news as they start rotating out of sync.
Well, and now you're going to be able to max a little bit towards Laroc's showstopper. Get him an orb, get him a charge from the spike. Maybe try to send him out and get a few kills. Only got that ghost in hand, so you'd expect that he's going to want to go hunting, and I think Heretics pretty aware of that, the way they're set up right now. Bit of a crossfire here towards spawn.
Bolt charge in death. Halfway to that showstopper now, but it looks like the rest of Heretics happy to just go down to the spike. Don't want to give over any other key advantages here. Lover's Rock, however, should be good for this one, and he will. Quick peek towards that overdrive now, as Boo is going to have his work cut out for him here. That should be an elimination going over. So, yep, Kraven a second charge towards that neural theft. Rien's trying to just tap away, see if he can find anything. He does. Rose will fall, and the other two will go down to the spike.
Okay. Not too bad for both teams, but a little bit better for BBL, I'd say, in the long run. You're kind of funneling in some of those orbs towards the showstopper. The good news is Heretics is they're not going to have that showstopper anywhere near ready for this bonus round. So you don't have to fight against that. Very potent ultimate. Koshmaris, only enough for a Guardian. It's because he bought into some of the util there, I guess. Meanwhile, Rose going to be the only one without a rifle on the side of BBL, so very powerful bonus.
Ooh, Rose stuck in place there for a brief little moment, got decayed down. Koshmaris able to find that kill quite easily, but now the trade back looking good as Lover's Rock gets the spam, the drag across, and Woot will fall.
I got spiked.
What a monstrous bonus conversion this would be. As Benji Fishy up, swing at the corner, he's lucky to drift away unscathed. Completely rerouted though. Spike can now be planted.
I'm out of here.
Or they could just pivot.
Yeah, they could cut in towards A here. Oh, it's going to be hurt.
Try, but yeah, Boo is here. He finds the first. The spike now down. Paranoia, worried about a quick scale forward to try to cut him off. Instead, it will be that blast pack out.
Yeah.
Suddenly back into a 2v2. Maybe a bit of an overheat here for BBL, but still in a decent position and already significant damage dealt, even if they can't convert this bonus.
And definitely a real chance for Heretics now. Man, do they feel a lot of pressure to convert this one. Can't be too quiet about where they're coming from.
The flash drop down. Saw the retrieval on that Arc Rose. Knows that they're going to be playing over on that side. And boom, not counter swinging fast enough. Larocque is able to find that kill. Some spam forward, and oh no, okay, he's not going to go for the knife. Will just show some mercy. Takes him down nice and easy, but that is a hot start now for BBL.
Yeah, this is really good stuff. They're just doing such a nice job there with the haunt, clearing so much space. It locks in the players of Heretics over by the baby door. That means they can't get into that rubble fight the way that they'd like to.
Sayda aldık ya. Bombayı kuralım. Kaos'a girmeyelim. Omen da bilmiyorduk ki o yüzden diyorum.
Create that extra little bit of a layer. No ults just yet. Boo's one away.
Okay.
Okay, Koshmars, that's not good. 10 HP.
Fortunately, did have the full armor.
True.
So a chance to still yet find some damage with that Marshall.
Oh, you've got so much map control. But this time, Heretics expecting a pivot. Oh, it's a collide!
God. Any hope of really trying to convert this one quickly going to be destroyed as Lover's Rock is on for an ace. Can he find it? Benji needs to die one way or the other. Footsteps had been heard, and it looks like Larocque will just go ahead and take that for himself. Sorry, my guy, no ace for you. But with the plant, he gets a showstopper online now, so the pain very well could continue for Heretics.
No doubt. They are going to be fighting an uphill battle, to say the least. I mean, there's a couple also. There's the overdrive and the showstopper. So it's like there's a lot of opportunities here for BBL to, you know, even if they start off the round in a deficit, to turn things on its head rather quickly. And that's, I assume, going to be a pretty quick timeout from Heretics. A lot to talk about. You know, usually pretty decent on the defender side of this map, but so far, BBL has been very, very good. I mean, taking a lot of space. They're winning almost every one of those battles at A. All of them, actually, basically. Heretics, a lot of the rounds, other than one, has played to give up that space. Now, yes, 2 of those were ecos, so kind of makes sense, but time, like, you give BBL that little bit of breathing room, and they're so good at punishing it. They're so good at understanding, okay, they've given us, let's try to pivot. Okay, we don't need to keep going. We can, let's send out one player to explore A, and oh, okay, they got 2 kills. That's cool. Easy maneuver for us. They're really good at always having that player who's going to be watching the flank, a player who's going to be creating a flank potentially. Making it really tricky for Heretics to kind of keep map control. So this round, operator for Woot has to find value. Oh no.
Grabbing part of the one, but nothing more off that. A little bit whiffy on the spray. Meanwhile, Showstopper going to be locked out. Rock's looking for a target, but sends it in towards backside, and Koshmara's
Spike planted.
avoids taking damage. He's able to tuck back. But now it's a player advantage for Heretics. The ults out of the equation for BBL. Rose pushing aggressively. Takes a decent bit of damage, but so too has LaRock. It's the stun. Well, shrugging that one off. Finds the kill. Woot now dead. Suddenly, it's a player advantage. The swing in the corner. Rose still going to be good for another. Rien's just not quite fast enough to find that punish. Now the backstab is in. And the timeout leads to absolutely nothing for Heretics.
Yeah, this gets a little bit weird for Heretics. Start off with that early advantage. You're able to nullify the showstopper thanks to the Vice Wall. Oh, man. Rock there. Just need to do a little bit of damage. But, you know, one of the things that I'm kind of confused about in this round is Koshmara's tucked into that smoke, has the showstopper sail over his head, and he opts to make noise and leave. So that kind of alerts BBL that there could be somebody coming from that angle, and him and Benji try to double up, but it doesn't really find much value. In fact, BBL just kind of says, all right, we're just going to make sure that's clear. Now, pivot over towards C. Benji has the util there as a bit of a cushion, but no wall. It's just the vines. Trying to tangle up BBL and see if he can hit some nasty shots, but they're clearing out. I think they got at least one of them there, or he just popped it quick. Fake TP. But Heretics have gained some space, and they're willing to take their map control and hold on to it for now. Riens does deal with the cam at the very least. You're hoping that this could be the round where you turn it around, get this Thrifty to go. You've got BBL walking into the stack, potentially.
What can Blue find? Showstopper. Up close and personal. Woot committing that one in. Rose. The one to fall, but Lover's Rock looking for a little bit more with that overdrive swing in the corner, and Woot, filter of his shot, is able to sit him down. Seaside, however, primed and open for the taking as Krevin continues to just wiggle his way into all of these open positions. There was Breeze or here.
Thorns are alive.
So damn good at sussing out where Team Heretics isn't.
10 seconds left.
Plan now to be committed to.
Spike planted.
Heretics try to get this Thrifty off the ground.
He didn't get any guns either.
Well, never pushed in that direction. Given the investment on that showstopper, it's going to hurt all the more if they can't get this to convert. Turn to the flash back forward, and Koshmaris able to fight two, tries to go for the overdrive, but he's already swung in the corner, and Krevin has him dead. The neural theft, the second reveal about to be coming in. Swing in, and Benji will be able to get them over the line. A massive round to be found here for Team Heretics. They pull off the Thrifty to get themselves on the board.
I mean, it's beyond huge. So much invested in that round, able to get that early walk into your setup, get those kills, but not able to scoop up guns and still getting it done with the pistols. Let's see this from Kosh Morris. Nice.
Very nice.
Nice with the bandit. Benji gets the one tap.
Nice, let's go, let's go, let's go.
He is one of the best with the Sheriffs. I absolutely love to see him in those Thrifty rounds because he hits some nasty ones for sure.
Morris running over this Rumble Crunch. Ends up losing his life. Loita able to find Boo, and it looks like we're right back to BBL dominance.
They just walk forward.
The flame of Heretics, making sure that they cannot build up any momentum whatsoever. And if you're Benji, sure, you've got 3K behind this you can buy again, but your teammates sure as hell cannot. Leads not to maximum comfort. So he will just stay here, try to see if he can get a bit of a freebie, and will. The rock to fall. Krevin not too far away. Let's get everything out of their grasp. 6-1.
I must wait a moment.
That's just insane. I mean, that's just, godness. Oh, what a good
flash in. No, for a second, I thought Krevin was going to have it. Benji, okay, keeping himself alive. I mean, hell, they keep running at him. He might just ace them in a loss.
Thorns are alive.
And I think if you're Lloyd at that point, you don't want to give him the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Leave him with 4. Let him know that even if he's able to pick you apart like that, you're still no closer to winning the round.
I mean, there's a little bit of util in here. Oh, it's a really good paranoia to Lloyd to tee himself up, but I mean, this is just so easy for them. And look at how back and forth they are, using that neon to distract.
Take your exit for bot.
I was thinking, is it frozen? No. He's just...
This is his disbelief look.
Stuck in place.
Oh, no. We lost.
Stealing sight. Paranoia, try to slow him down. Quick little easy kill there for Boo. Rian's traded at the same time. Tap the door, Boo wanting that gun. They know it, but he is able to recover it safely.
Just barely. That's nice. Gives you a little bit of extra firepower here. You need to see a little bit more from Heretics, though. They've got rifles in hand. Benji Fishy does have that steel garden, so it could be a nuisance if the C pivot happens from BBL, but it seems like they maybe want to avoid that, or at least try to, figure out a little bit of the util here. Benji's going to be setting up and then make some plays off of that. And Rose looking for that late linger, that late backstab. Let's see if, ooh, that was close. I thought for a second he might peek out of the smoke accidentally.
Oh, shoulder to shoulder.
Spike planted.
Right, coming in, Boo still trying to find this lurk. Shifts over and will be able to get Rose displaced. 4v3, the weaponry not really still on their side. Steel Garden, however, will look to equalize, but Showstopper is still going to be available. Boo, what are you doing? Where in the hell was he off to?
Satchel out. Last player standing.
Steel Garden takes their guns. It doesn't take their sight. It doesn't take their hearing.
I don't know. I don't know.
I am perplexed.
Yep. I'm left scratching my head a bit on that one too. Well, it is what it is. Dude, LaRock there, some sick raise play. Not only is the showstopper there, but as he's getting chased down, throws the satchel to get to safety. Nice little stuff from him. I mean, I don't know what happened here. Heretics have just completely lost their minds. I mean, their mental is out the window. They aren't really able to find any answers every single step of the way. BBL is out shooting them, out thinking them. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the second time out.
Yeah, this is it right here. I mean, at this point, LaRock, I mean, they're not standing up for anything. They have no reason. Just reminding them that they're incapable. This has to be one hell of a speech.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
we come into this map being like, okay, Heretics, the stage is set. The advantage is theirs. Yes, maybe BBL have done their homework. Maybe they've prepped quite a bit for this. And perhaps this will be a very close map, but this is a slaughter.
No, this is brutal. I mean, it's the only round they get is a thrifty defuse because Benji comes up huge with a 1v1 Sheriff kill.
Find you.
Now, you're into Rose's ult. Got an Outlaw again for Lover's Rock. The last time he had this, I think he got a 4K.
Yep.
Gotta go.
And,
I'm out.
Goodbye.
There's just nothing there to assist. It's a gamble. It's such a risk, and Boo. I mean, if he pulls it off, it looks brilliant, but
right,
twice in a row now. Well, we're left scratching our heads.
Well, it's BBL. Oh my God, Benji is lucky to be alive.
Well, trying to feel back some of that pressure, but now Benji's just screwed, stuck into a corner. Thorns at his feet, and a paint chill arrives. TV right back out of BBL. They are not taking any risks. They're just slowing it down. They know they have the advantages. Woot now, alone on this side of the map, dialed in with the operator. And this needs to be big.
He's no... Oh.
Finds the first.
No blast pack here to escape, so...
Quick backpedaling, coming through. A couple shots his way. The Prowler will connect.
30 seconds left.
Has to back off, but now here comes the pivot. Rien's
cage triggered.
Closest one on the scene. Going to be held at bay as that cage does get popped. They're going to commit the Nightfall to this. Heretics feeling like they have to force something, but there's no quick scaling off of this.
Take hold.
Sees towards connector. Kashmaris out into the open. Is going to be able to find the one, but Woot now going to be taken down. Rien's with another. A 2v2. Kosh at 10. Paranoia to connect onto Rien's. The spray takes him low. Kashmaris has to try to take him down. 10 health V49. The peak will come in before the defuse can get held to half. BBL. Yes, this one ends up getting close, but they are still playing this gorgeously. Up now 8-1.
Yeah, one of the things I want to talk about at the beginning of this round is why Boo is trying to go for that push when he does, and it's because there's not that early contest of A main, so he thinks he can cheat a little bit and try to scoot ahead to Rubble for free, whereas the BBL players, they're watching for that. Lover's Rock, tremendous stuff on the Neon, 13 and 6 right now, nailing it. You just keep using the Outlaw because Heretics have to keep trying to throw money at the problem. And money doesn't solve everything. Everybody but Kashmaris one tap to this. Woot one away from his ult, so maybe they could get another Thrifty to go off the back of that. But he needs to find a kill or something first. Meanwhile, you know, BBL's game plan right now is go contact, look for picks, go to the other side, see what's up.
Prowler does not check Lover's Rock, and okay. He's unable to find the kill, but Loida will. Finds himself his second, in fact, as that's going to be Rien's dead as well. Woot now forced away. We're going to be grabbed up here by LaRock. 3 charges from yet another showstopper. He's taking their time assessing who they want to give this to, where they want to plant it. And they say, yep, showstopper seems pretty good. Let's get another one of those.
Yeah, should have another one before the half is over.
Bye-bye.
There's one. Hits Kashmaris, takes him down to 10. Straight through the wall, and LaRock, but one way or another, he's getting that showstopper. A flawless round. Because they are just running away with this map. You'd think so many overtimes, a loss on your map pick, you'd be shaken up. BBL, they are the ones that are dialed in.
They are so resilient, so confident. This is excellent work from Larock. They're like, we know where they're at. You can come get some more charges for your showstopper. Dinner's ready. It's been served on a plate. Lover's rock.
Okay.
Ooh.
Clean shot from Woot. A lifeline for Team Heretics. And quickly off the back of that spill forward, taking space past Mound, but it looks like BBL, they're gonna fast re-clear this. They're more than willing to take the fight.
Go, go, go.
TP gonna be used just to try to instill some doubt in Larock is able to find Kajmaris. Now suddenly that 4v4, the showstopper still in the back pocket.
That's what you're looking for.
Ooh, looking for a timing. We'll be able to find it off that haunt. Meanwhile, showstopper's gonna be exchanged. Chucks it in though, and boom, he's still playing forward. He gets caught. Meanwhile, Woot comes away with absolutely nothing.
That felt so early from Woot there. I guess just the pressure.
And he's just trying to stalemate Larock, but
Where are you?
because Boo is just trying to hold that corner, he ends up getting taken down.
Right.
Now it's Benji Fishy trying to hold the line. Against Rose, he's just trying to,
30 seconds left.
maybe even it's still a little bit of a fake. Ball gets popped. Push forward into B. No util other than the C's in hand of the ball man, and Larock has them basically lined up. His turn now to be on for an ace.
10 seconds left.
The spike planted in Benji. What are you meant to do? Can't try to go for this.
Gotta save.
Just has to back away. But he has no idea if he has a safe angle, a safe place to really tuck back.
Right, you know Larock is thirsty for that ace.
Well, he's thirsty for that ace, and Rose had also tripped the wall. He doesn't know if he's really slipped the net. Either way, looks like Larock not going to go hunting super hard for this one. Continuing to play it wisely, cautiously. No reveal off that haunt. Mike now detonating. Benji should be good to hold on to this. No, he's not. It is just a wide swing into the spray down. Nothing carried over. And nothing going Heretics' way.
Oh, man. This is where you got to be concerned if you're a Heretics fan, because BBL is activated, and if Larock is online, yeah, he'll be doing a lot of that, waving goodbye to his opponents, because he has been so good here in Paris. Now you've got Kreven's ult. You're kind of close to Lover's Rock's ult, maybe. I mean, Kashmaris does have his.
Look at this read.
Yep, they know.
Ready for this crunch. Paranoia, however, is going to be a little bit late, and it does not connect on the Riens, and okay, suddenly, even though they had the right idea,
I have the spike.
they just can't connect the shots. Larock dead too early now. It is all down to Rose to see what damage he can get, but last round of the half, not going to be able to find a round win here. So, 10-2, BBL still looking incredible.
Yeah, this is insane work from them against a team that's generally pretty darn good on their defender side of Lotus. That is, all Riens can do is laugh here a little bit. He at least had a crazy good last round there, but pretty much the rest of that half, I have to forget from everybody on Heretics.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I think you're just trying to focus forward for Sunset. I mean, there's always an opportunity, but for now, let's send things over to Lou.
Thank you, guys. And what would be EWC without its super fans? I'm now joined by Otto and Gio, super fans from Heretics. So I'm going to ask you boys first, where are you guys from? Where did you come from? And how long was the trip to Paris?
Okay, it took like 2 days to come here. I'm from El Salvador in Central America. Yeah, it's a really amazing experience to be here.
It feels great to have you here as well. Gio, where do you come from and how long was the trip?
I come from Mexico. It was around like 14 hours to get here.
That's passion. We can call that passion. Donc, d'où est-ce que vous venez? Comment était le voyage, etc. On a un fan du Salvador et de l'autre côté du Mexique. 2 jours, 14 heures pour venir supporter Heretics. On espère qu'ils vont se porter mieux sur cette seconde map. And how does it feel, you know, traveling throughout the world to like watch esports, House Paris, etc. This is not a tricky question. You can say your honest opinion.
It's incredible, to be honest, to be here watching Heretics with my friends and also with all the staff from Heretics. It's an amazing experience. To be honest, at the beginning, I'm not gonna. I can't believe that I'm gonna be here.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Insane experience, insane surprise indeed. And what about you, Gio?
It's such a dream come true. I feel like I'm still sleeping. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow or something like that. But yeah, being able to experience the whole event, seeing the players like this close, is just crazy.
Être juste à côté des joueurs comme ça, c'est une expérience incroyable. J'ai l'impression que c'est un rêve et que je vais me réveiller bientôt. And last question, but not least, who is your MVP in Team Heretics and who's gonna help the boys carry the game?
To be honest, I can choose.
You have to.
Okay, if I have to choose one, I'm gonna say Rians.
Okay, Rians, what about you?
I mean, I love Benji, but I think when it comes to that clutch factor, it's gonna be Rians.
Rians, let's see if Rians can take the win on Lotus for the Heretics boys. Let's go.
Let's go.
It has been incredibly rough for Heretics so far here on Lotus. Rian's, a lot of praise from the fans, a lot of praise from everyone around the world. We know what he's capable of, and right now, yes, he is going to be sitting at the top of the scoreboard for Heretics, but it's not been a standard, a usual performance from him. Can he find that stride? Because at this point, the BBL take this pistol. It's curtains on Lotus, and we move over to Sunset.
It is not looking great, that's for sure, and that is not the start you want. Lovers Rock with the Sheriff out-dueling Rians. The struggles continue. Kashmaris has the trip. They're going to clear it.
Go, go, go.
Maybe can get a plant here. But, I mean, BBL not far off. And they're going to be coming from just about every angle.
And she does have this late lurk. He's going to be able to find anything if he does end up scaling towards stairs. Jump peek there from Loida, try to spot out. Well, Pain Shell tucked over the side. Rose, ooh, slowed down. Narrowly able to get away from that one. Meanwhile, Lovers Rock is able to find another kill. A third in his hands as Woot will also get taken down. Boo and Benji just now on the arrival. The fuse going to be held up to half. Boo interrupts it, but Benji Fishy needs to go nuclear, but the defuse is already stuck. The round is already over. And I think this map is as well.
I mean, it's just sort of Heretics trying to mimic what worked for BBL on their pistol in the first half. But nobody's there because the BBL is all the way over on the other side of the map. They get that first pick and they immediately start kind of shifting counterclockwise. They're moving in the opposite direction. And that whole time, that's just giving them this great 2-2-1 split to come into the B site. And that means for Benji to find value, the rest of his team has to hold the line, and they just cannot.
Here.
To buy up to force.
I have the spike.
Sheriff's a stinger and an outlaw. 3 players will be one tap to that outlaw on BBL. So that one could find some unexpected value. That one is kind of a unique one to throw into the mix on a force buy. You're usually just going to see like stingers and the Sheriffs. But they're going to try to eke out an extra little advantage. Benji has to cut armor for that.
Slow creep up. I think the biggest concern is that it's not a force buy death ball. It's a split, a 3-2.
Cage triggered.
I believe Lovers Rock able to get a spot out, but no reason for him to try to push forward. He's got that judge, can just continue to maintain control over that corner, that entry to the site. Some interest drummed up though, as we do see rotation coming in, and Benji, okay, belt over shot. 6 down Lovers Rock on that slide. With that kill, they're now going to try to just pivot everybody back over to A, but look at the time remaining, 25 seconds still. 2 players here, and another not very far away. So Rock, ready to join in on that connector.
Oh my God.
Okay, Rose, not able to find much of anything there. The Loita can still be their demise.
10 seconds
Hands and
left.
Benji both going to be struck down. The wallbang shot takes him low, but cannot find the elimination. Boo surviving. 3 HP in the regen armor. Still decently winnable though for BBL as Lloyd to LaRock. They find more, and Koshmaris can find nothing. 12-2. We have only seen one comeback of that caliber at this event. The hands of Nongshim Red Force. I just do not see it happening again here.
It doesn't feel like it. It feels like BBL is winning in every aspect of the game on this map. The firepower, the teamwork, you know, when they need an individual to go big because it doesn't start off, you know, the way you would want in the round. This time it's Loita. Do some serious heavy lifting. I mean, him and Krevin have only died 5 times each. We're into round 15. Just ridiculous stuff. They gamble stack over at A. They were looking for the knockout blow. They went for the haymaker, and it's gonna miss. So, gonna have to go back into the jabs or something a little bit different, because they're gonna split their forces. Ares for Koshmaris.
Not shocking at all.
No.
We'll lean into this weapon, even on a good economy. Meanwhile, oh, look, Rockets is up and over the top, and Boo none the wiser, not here in the blast pack. He gets himself a second before finally being traded out. Krevin on the push, 2 kills gonna be found. That Sheriff is singing, and he is looking to silence Heretics, and they have. Lotus, it is a dismantling of Heretics as BBL keep themselves alive here at EWC 2026 Sunset. Trying to side it all.
I love LaRock. He just leans right into that villain story, goes to the crowd, and he goes, I want to hear it. I want to hear ya. He is unbelievable. I mean, just every possible aspect you could think of, BBL are better on this map. LaRock is so good at Raze, really creative with the blast packs, whereas I felt like Woot was really lacking in a lot of that department. Obviously, the individual, just frankly, shooting is way better, straight up. What else do you want me to say? There was a couple rounds in there where Heretics have the equal footing in a firefight and they just lose.
Yeah, this was completely one-sided. Never really close at any moment. Let's send things back over to the Deacon and the desk. Hear what they have to say, because I was told, you know, if you have nothing good to say nothing at all, so I'll let Deacon do all the talking.
I don't know what you're talking about, because I got great things to say here about the cast as well. Paper Thin and Achilleos, thank you so much. They're going to be back because BBL are back in a dominant way. That's the LaRock that we've been looking for, that MVP caliber battle, and he shows up here in map number 2. It's 1-1.
Look at this. He's showing that I can't hear you to the crowd that are definitely Heretics' favorite here. This kid is a villain, and that's how he likes it. Man, he's having the best time here.
You say that, but at the same time, if anyone ever speaks to LaRock, he's like the sweetest boy ever.
Yeah.
But the moment that he goes on stage, he forgets about all of that. Lotus is his territory, and BBL in this second maps, it keeps happening time and time again. I do not want to hear for a second that they are a momentum-based team, you know, like you get in their heads.
Yeah.
No, the mental reason that they can have from one map to another is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's all about the fact that we saw the Lotus twice. It goes to OT twice, and they lose it both of those times. And then they go back to the drawing board. They almost 13-0 EDG here, and then they put up a second dominant performance. This is excellent adaptation mid-tournament on this map, and it looks better than ever.
All right, well, we were in the back, and I got to tell you, Big Time was freaking out with the way that Heretics decided to do their composition, and then the strategy that followed it up here with the A site. It was just constant A site retake and Big Time heartache.
Look, this is the problem of a main, right? We see this with so many teams. Look at this for Heretics. They want to fight into a main. Kakuka, what's missing?
A Viper wall?
A Viper wall, that's what's missing. Correct that. You see how hard it is for them to get back into this A site. You see how hard it is for them to be able to retreat away. And in every major gun round, what stopped them from getting the momentum is that they struggled to come back in this A site.
Yeah, it's very complicated. You can think that because of the Neon has the wall, the problem is that you're most likely going to be in a disadvantage when you're going to retake, especially if you're going up against a team like BBL who like to do this 4-man pushes.
Yeah, look at this. This is on Eco. They try and retake. They have to invest that ult because it's so hard to win this fight. Otherwise, BBL trade this out well, keep themselves alive in the round. Literally every single major swing round, this is their move and it doesn't work so consistently. BBL one step ahead here in the macro in my mind.
To me, there's also a big difference, and I do think that Lovers Rock like diffed on Kosh on this map. Like if you put the two Neons head to head, we could see in that replay the way that he was moving and interpreting the situation, how he was reacting to that aggression and whatnot on the side of Lovers Rock was on top of what Kushmaros was bringing, which is surprising, but in a good way.
Yeah, and again on the opposite side for Team Heretics,
about is Benji Fishy on this Cypher. When they were at their best on this map, he was astronomical on this agent, especially around that B side. And I always remember those B side post plants. Yes, the map's changed a little bit, but look for that same style here from Heretics.
I know that we've been highlighting the players in BBL. To me, the difference maker still keeps being, is Lovers Rock turning up today or not? And to me, even on that breeze, he perfectly did. He's able to keep that up, especially with the defenses that BBL has been giving us throughout the entire year. He should be and could be the key to shutting Heretics down and ending their dream of doing it again.
The burden of being the title defenders here at EWC is upon the shoulders of Team Heretics, but the young squad that knows no better, they only know forward, is BBL on the cusp of knocking out those title defenders and making history. Let's find out as we go to map number 3 with the Kilios and Paper Thin.
Sunset to decide it all. His third and final map is BBL absolutely battered Heretics on Lotus. Can they maintain that form? Can Heretics regain theirs and stick around in this tournament to defend their title? In back-to-back years, it's a single elimination playoff format. No second chances, no reprieve. Loser here. Their run comes to an end.
You just gotta wonder, is that momentum gonna be able to carry over for BBL? You know, sometimes in EMEA, they'll have one of those maps where they'll blow an opponent out of the water, and then the next map they'll be kind of shaky again. So just looking to see if they're gonna be able to maintain that form. You know, Laroc going on to a very different role, a very different agent in Deadlock. Gonna be setting up some of those sonic sensors early over on the B site. Still sitting on his wall in his net, just waiting for a bit of a trap play off of contact on that sensor, but it's a full-on mid-push, and Rose has to hightail it out of there.
A different role that he did play incredibly well versus EDG. Trevin going to take that first contact, but it's going to be fully flashed up. Luck now having to backpedal away. But we'll find a stun. Meanwhile, Rose around the back has this sudden arrival. He's only going to be able to clean up one, but Laroc able to find 2. What a volley of shots from him, but Woot still in this mix, still in this fight. Gets himself a 3K. Fishing for a little bit more blind, but players will rescale back over towards Boba. Looks like they might just be pushing.
They have another, they have time for another pivot, and Loida's somewhat aware of it.
Lovers Rock, he's quick on their heels, though, in around the back. I don't know if he has been scouted at all. There is no credence being lent to this for the moment. Loida able to find one. The turn back Woot gets himself a 4K, but Loida gets BBL the opening pistol.
Whoa, it is a crazy back and forth in this round. So many clutch moments. This one right here from Locke. I thought he was going to get the third for a second there. I thought he had Woot lined up, but not quite. It was Benji maybe, but regardless, really good read of the map there by the last 2 surviving players. Keeping Heretics very well pinned in, giving them a really tough crossfire. The timing couldn't have been better there either. Absolutely nailing that. Clear of the dart. No further confirmation or doubling down on the information by BBL.
Revealing area.
Rien's. Actually, that dart isn't going to get around the corner. So they know that somebody could be there. They're pinging it out. They're at least aware of it.
Spot of the leg. And now they very much do know that this gun is in play. I mean, Krevin, if he had just pulled the trigger there.
Yeah, I know.
Would have had him dead dialed in. Not knowing it, but let's get tucked very close forward. Looks like he's going to reassess this. Play away from that sonic sensor.
Well, they've got kind of a read on this. They're a little bit worried about mid, but with that wall there, you can pretty much turn your attention towards the front here.
That Adler ready. Chucks that one through. Krevin's going to be able to find one, but gets traded out. But Laroc with that Guardian looking for a little bit more. Just be the 2 kills found for him. And another 2 on the back for Rose. 3 players survive. 2-0 start and overall clean anti-eco for BBL.
Pretty curious if Heretics have an inkling that the Omen tucked into the corner had a judge. Again, they pinged it out because it didn't get cleared by the recon.
Spike down, B.
That's something that I'm kind of having my eyes leaning towards for this bonus. BBL. Good setups there at the end. Nice job by Lorak to once again just step into the fray. Find his moment to be annoying. Oh, just went right past it.
Yeah, went past it. Coach Mars just get taken down. Some damage. Offered up to try to get that assist. Meanwhile, Lovers Rock having to backpedal. Still has this fast lane, but this is all now a bit of a bait to try to play in Rose, tucked into the corner. Heretics, though, pausing, wanting to see if he's going to go for this repeak.
Yeah, for sure, you got to be real careful about it, too. Only 2 of the players can absorb one of the hits.
Jiggle peeks it again. And making sure, checks everything here. It's spotted on that drone, and what a shot from Lovers, from Lorak, and then Lovers Rock on the back end. He's able to find 2.
Rienz?
Rienz having to do it all. The swing out.
Rienz!
Line up! And Rienz! Absolutely destroys them. That is the Rienz that we know.
And it couldn't have come at a more opportune moment. Heretics were about to get bonus. This should have been over. This should have been done. But nope. Rienz.
Okay. Absolutely incredible.
Woo!
The coaching staff as well on their feet off the back of that play. What a bailout. But all things considered, it's still a good bonus for BBL.
Yes, it is still a absolutely ridiculous bonus. And now only 3 players have that half armor. So Lovers Rock still going to be leaning in towards that Outlaw. Feeling so confident about it, and he should be. He's really damn good with it.
Got this insert on Koshmaris, and I don't know if they're going to be able to clear this out without just playing forward and peeking in the alley.
Well, I mean, Loida,
he's still scaling.
He's aware that this is possible.
Checking, and wow, what a clean shot.
Woo!
Swift on that one. Shock Dart's not able to find too much.
Sensor destroyed.
They're now going to be broken. But Lovers Rock has done it again.
Spike
Two
down,
players going to be collided there as Woot and Boo will fall. The hero of the previous eliminated is just Benji Fishy. Isolated in B main.
$30 seconds left.
No way to try to make a play of this. Realistically,
no.
Best bet would be to try to recover a weapon, get something better than the Bulldog, but even that is just so very risky. Camera out, the spot, the swing, the death. As BBL get the flawless off the back of a very close bonus, and now they're up 3-1.
This is going to do a lot for BBL's economy. They were getting pretty low in the bank account coming into this round because they lost that bonus. So this one, pretty important for them in this defender side. And this is huge because they're going to be able to just keep all their weapons. They have an Outlaw already in the mix to deal with the eco round. This should be them looking pretty good to go up to 4. I mean, if worse comes to worse, you have Lovers Rock's overdrive. Oh, Rose.
Forced away, but Loida, he's got him covered. Ping reveal now out. Spray and pray through the box. Just looking for some damage. Definitely a little bit shy to the mark, but Lovers Rock looking for another kill with that Outlaw. It's just going to be the one. Still damaged out, and all of Heretics contained in alley.
Yeah, Lorak, he's the only one who's going to be one shot to the Outlaw, so he's going to tuck in, just try to play, see if anybody clears his wall. Looks like Luke wants to go for it. Not sure.
You're going to take, damn near all of the mags he got for that stinger.
I was about to say, I think it takes like 3 mags out of that stinger.
Like to segment it. Meanwhile, Loida taking to the high ground, counter swing available. The drop of a hat from Rose. Peeking from Benji. Will be left on the floor. Spot on the one. Spray connecting. Boo down to 22. Grabs that outlaw.
30 seconds left.
Meanwhile, Kreven. Approach on the back.
Poison's off.
There's just no other recourse here for Heretics. 20 seconds. Oh, they're actually going to ult for this. This is a big commit in. The plant will come through. Woot trying to see if he can interrupt and intercept any of these players, but he will not. And there's the spot out. Boo, being a belter of a shot. And the ult ends up rebounding into the corner. He does not get caught. Suddenly, a chance, an opportunity. But Boo trying to scope in on that corner. The Hunter's Fury. They know exactly where Woot's at, and they want to keep him contained. It's a quick cancel now. The defuse is just going to be stuck.
One enemy remaining.
He'll find one. Boom! Win the round. 3 kills for Woot, but a 3-round lead for BBL.
Oh man, I mean, the fact that Heretics is able to fight back in this round, very, very impressive. They were seemingly completely locked out, but they're able to get that ult there. Kreven, I thought, played that really nicely. He just contained them to make sure they couldn't go for the rotate, the late rotate. And he still ended up dying. I mean, he was holding a great off angle. It's just Woot read it. Woot was slow peeking that. Suspected he might be there. That just shows you how well these two teams know each other. Yeah, the Heretics coaches, oh, it's so close. It's so close.
And it's a lot to be invested. Granted, yes, a bit of a silver lining. You spiral down to the stage. Is that you got a couple of those critical ults out of BBL. The Hunter's Fury as well as that Annihilation end up getting burned, but you're still walking away every single round bruised up. This beating that BBL continues to just dish out.
For sure. And it's just, when you lose those early player advantages, BBL has shown that they're pretty disciplined about not giving you a lot of opportunities. You know, as aggressive as this squad is, you know, widely known to be, I'm pretty impressed with their ability to pause at times and to kind of just settle down, settle in, wait you out, play the smart game. And that round right there, even though it doesn't go their way because Boo has his ult, it's still, I think, very well handled in the theoretical sense. Execution may be a little bit off, but that's not the end of the world there. Cam gets set up.
Shot done.
Opt for Lover's Rock. He's trying to get over towards B. This is where the spike is now, but just, yeah, getting closer and closer to Woot's ult. Already have the Hunter's Fury for Rians, and Boo has Loita dead.
Yeah, TP's up over the top corner. Peek, Loita, maybe even just killed on a jump spot. Hard to tell just how clean the kill was, but it's a critical advantage that Heretics need. Well, Benji stuck here in mid, trying to find that timing, takes the armor away from Lover's Rock, but cannot get that elimination through. Repivot back over to B, though, from both of the teams as BBL starting to realize that it's not going to be hitting on A. Your point avoided. Relay bolt into the back. Kreven trying to just jump up and down, keep himself safe. Cosmos will be able to find that elimination as Lover's Rock goes in with the overdrive. Good for one, but the players dying around him.
Enemy remaining.
Benji able to find it. The off now on the floor in the rock.
30 seconds left.
Need to be a 3K.
Spike planted.
No net. No real util to try to make a go of this. Just a single sonic sensor. That is not going to lead to much. Flush against the wall here is Rienz. Laroc swinging that corner, able to find the one. He's trying to fish him out, but it's going to be Rienz jumping over the top of the Classic. Survives with 6. It's Heretics, their second round.
So it felt like maybe part of the discussion here was just, hey, if you see an opportunity, take it. And the A side is kind of where the strong side has been for BBL. So, okay, you can mess with them a little bit. You get a pick over there, that's great. But then you're toying with the map, and then they just have no resistance at the front of B, and they're like, okay, we should really just take advantage of that. And I think that's probably something BBL needs to address pretty quickly, and it looks like already, yeah, the coaching staff immediately takes a time out of their own. You know, Key wants to get in there and talk to the players. It's just kind of like little things there where just a little bit of an over-rotate from BBL, I think, hurt them in terms of maybe trying to slow that down. And then you have that problem where the Viper gets into the site just a little bit ahead of everybody else because you're trying to make that fast rotate over, but Heretics is already a step ahead of you. They get the spot, and then they can just relay bolt, pin him into the corner. Lover's Rock tries to go for the overdrive, but immediately gets dinked down to 5 health. Can't really do much more.
Look, nice. One on me. Ping on me.
Finger.
Ping on me.
Keep going!
They look back at this one, though.
That was pretty nasty.
That was, but that's half of the round wins.
It is. And let's see if they can keep it up. It is going to be a weaker buy here for BBL, so been able to put them onto that eco, that Hunter's Fury.
And that's okay. Rose tagged down, not quite dead.
Ooh.
Rose managed to survive.
Well, didn't last long.
Lover's Rock. Vandal in hand, able to put it to good use. What a shutdown from Loida. Mars absolutely destroying him with that bandit as Loida gets a second. Will finally be taken down, but it's gone into a 2v2.
Oh!
Somehow able to survive. A damn close affair. The Heretics managed to scrape by.
He got hit by that stun.
Spike down.
That is crazy good stuff from Boo. Look at this. Bink. Oh my goodness. The second bullet gets in there and finds the head, and then the stun wears off and he's good for the final. So now it's Heretics' turn. Start streaking some rounds together. Lover's Rock goes back to the op. He's going to be under pressure early. Has to tuck into the corner to avoid recon. Just looking then, see if there's any follow-up behind it. I wouldn't expect Boo to try to aggressively challenge that, but he's going to hear these footsteps. So this kind of gets a little bit concerning for me for BBL because the IGL now has maybe a decent idea. Not sure if Loida made any noise over there.
Tagged.
Gun barrel spotted. Spotted the neon. Ooh.
A fine death.
Muzzle flare as well. So Rien's easily dispatched by Rose. Ooh, opening up a good amount of space. Going out. No smoke to cover this angle. Still are giving an opportunity for Lover's Rock, but no.
Whoa.
The counter swing in. Boo finds the timing, and Heretics being revived from the dead. Brought back after that Lotus. They're finding their footing here on Sunset once again, as this will be them tying things up 4-4.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. When Boo's able to get that kind of space, hear those sound cues to know what's going on the map, he can just find so many openings for his team. Just make it so hard for BBL, who again overcommit on these rotates. I thought this might be something that the coaches would talk about during the timeout, is you guys are kind of overcommitting to some of this early contact. And therefore, you're giving these opportunities for Heretics to gain space on sites when you're really heavily committing to mid. I mean, I get you're setting up for the crunch. Heretics is leaning that direction, but Heretics is never going to overstep in those moments. You're going to have to be a little bit more disciplined. And Heretics on the other end, it's just Boo just, again, using the information of the opponents that they're giving him against him and doing it beautifully. Well, round 9, and it is weak buy again for BBL. Couple rifles, couple sheriffs, Bucky for Lover's Rock. Bank account getting deep for Heretics. Krevin gonna see quite a bit. Just immediately starts pivoting the other way. Trying to bait him in for this Bucky.
It'll have to be one hell of a bait. Does manage to clear out the drone. Tucks on the corner being like, yeah, swing this way. The Heretics looking like they're happy with that. At least is what? Was the wall up? Did he have vision? I think he just killed him blind.
I gets through the smoke. Maybe there's a tracer.
Sometimes lucky.
Go, go, go.
Maybe just a tracer from the Vandal.
I don't know if Boo shot.
I don't know either.
Oh, hand spotted into the head there as Benji Fishy won't be able to get the punish, shutting down that potential weapon upgrade. Reposition. Will be